Hi, besties. Sorry we were late. I got home at like 6:55 and I needed a minute.
Yeah. But we're here. That's the important thing. Speaking of Umi stage, I do remember that the Zero on your roulette scene goes hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do like some interesting stuff with the projections of the gold butterflies.
The cinematography.
Yeah.
I've
heard it even gets like... I've heard that they get better at that sort of thing as the plays go on. I do know 3 goes crazy. There's some shit that they do in the 3rd one that like makes me lose it. I know of something in 2 that I haven't seen for myself yet that's like turbo spoilers because it implies turbo spoilers, but it's so good. Okay, we're back. Sorry.
I was told the thing. It was so cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I need to finish watching 2. I think I've only gotten up to like a bit past Surupetan, which I think they do a different song in the stage play for copyright reasons.
Understandable. But, sad.
Yeah, I don't remember what outfit Jessica is in for the pro shot because I know that like every night she was in a different dress. Because there's like a Sadako one I think they put her in. There's they have her in the Erica dress at one point. I think. Which was part of how I was like, of course they were gonna do 5. They had the fucking dress ready. I don't know what else. I think they might have done her like PS3 version outfit, the like weird British one.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny. Why is she British?
Well, it's because like that. I think because the British flag has like old school associations with like the British punk. I think. That was like the British flag in fashion was a thing like 10-ish years ago.
Yeah,
that was pretty contemporary for when Umineko came out.
I forgot. I had a British flag shirt at some point.
Yeah. It was huge with the Tumblerinas.
It was. I don't think I ever wore mine.
You just had it?
Just had it. Because I got it, and then, like, the next year I was like, this is kind of cringe.
Yeah. Fair. But yeah, I don't remember if there were any other outfits that I know of that they had Jessica wear in the stage play. But yeah, I do just happen to know that for that scene they changed her outfit like every performance, which is very fun. In my defense, I was in England when I got it, so it was kind of like the equivalent of buying an I Heart New York shirt when you're in New York and you're a tourist. Yeah, where it's like the classic tourist thing to do, and you're like, oh, it's cringe, but I'm being like cheeky about it. Yeah, so it's fine.
It was a thing like that, but I was just like, haha, I got my British flag shirt in Britain. Then I was like, I'm not gonna wear this.
Yeah, Surupetan is the funniest song Rikishi could have picked. Hey, Canon, do you have another name? Also, here's a song about girls with flat chests. Yeah.
That doesn't have guitar.
It doesn't have guitar, which is also great. But yeah, I think a lot about Surupetan and the ramifications of Surupetan.
The Rammies, bro. Toho Toho is older in the Umineko universe and has existed for a while.
So is Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Cardmaster Sakura.
Cardmaster Sakura.
Which is canon to both Umineko and Higurashi. Which, I mean, Higurashi is canon to Umineko...
in both ways.
Well, I guess you could argue that Higurashi has, like, a fictionalized account of St. Lucia. They're
the ultimate dimensions.
Yeah. Whether Umineko and Higurashi are a contiguous universe, I'm not even talking about all the meta shit. I'm just talking about strictly the plot
events
stuff
of the real world.
Yeah.
Like the St. Lucia Academy's that fucking secure because of Shion.
Yeah, Shion is the reason for that. She did that.
She did that.
God. I still can't believe I was surprised to learn in Higurashi that it's a Catholic school.
It's literally
It's called Saint Lucia, but it's like they say in Higurashi explicitly it's a Catholic school, and I was like, oh yeah, that checks out.
That member of Jessica's audience, Zun.
Zun went to school with Jessica. Heard the concert.
It
was like, someone should make a game about this. That's how that works.
Wow. We've cracked it. All of Umineko has actually just been an origin story for White Toho.
It is funny how much like inspiration Umineko evidently takes from Toho, even just aesthetically. If you look at nothing else,
Jessica
it's
is
like
it looks like a Toho character.
There's a lot of
That's just Marissa.
Yeah, which is why she dresses like her. Yeah. But it's just like so funny that like even just the concept of the witches being mostly women in frilly dresses is like that's Toho. You just did Toho again.
Okay, we should probably start our video game.
I guess, yeah, if you want.
Yeah, Game Catcher worked! We can still keep on talking about Umineko.
We can. No one can stop us. Been talking staggering about this canon stuff, lol. I know, Grace. And I think it's beautiful.
I remember nothing from last week. Other than...
I'm gonna give Game a little bit more volume. She needs it.
Other than the fact I think we fucked the goat lady last week.
We did fuck the goat lady last week. We were cranking it thrice.
We did crank it thrice.
Same time, Grace. That was really the essentials. I think you were talking about wanting to... You had specific goals in mind that I forgot. Oh. I think you wanted to talk to Carmelina?
Yeah, probably. First.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm gonna go hang out with Henry.
Do it.
Because I feel like I'm closer to maxing out his...
You probably only have 1 or 2 more hangouts at most with him. I thought going on top of the tunnel. I do like the chromatic aberration on the air dash. Although it is, I think, like, worse for the motion sickness situation.
Sorry, guys.
Not to say that you need to stop. I'm just, like, from the perspective of having designed the game.
I should do speedrun strats of killing myself by going into the water so I can reload to places faster. That's probably
honestly, that's probably legit. I wonder if that is a speedrun strat.
Almost definitely, because it's always just, it's not the one that you're last at, it's the one that you are closest to.
Yeah, that's true. They will absolutely put you at a phone.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, because you maxed out Akiko.
Do I have anything to say more to you? Oh, I do!
Your alibi, because you went to the barracks.
Hey man, did you go through the barracks last night?
And you saw the statue, because he said he saw a new knight.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one new knight statue, and it's the one in the barracks, and you went in there and you saw it. Why are you asking?
The only statue of New Knight is in the barracks.
Well, I guess I did then. Good investigating, you nailed it.
Not a fucking thing.
Any fucking idea how that happened?
What everyone is saying about what you did last night might be wrong.
Some excitement, finally!
Hey man.
I love that. You just, like, tell him, I think people are lying. He's like, hell yeah, brother!
Hell yeah, man! Let's talk, Henry.
Fucking surprise.
Is this helping? These little chats helping you work out who did it?
I'm getting a picture of the island. I understand the crucible of crime better.
Like what you see? Yeah.
The islands can't continue like this.
How are you gonna fix it?
That's a job for the next island. I need to find the truth first.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You promise you're gonna do something?
I'll do what I can. The Syndicate is a slow ship to turn. Pinky promise.
I hope you'll stick to that.
Whatever you fucking say.
Whatever. Yippee!
Philosophy of Citizen! Maxed out Henry! Woo!
Yay!
I have to talk to you.
Probably about the barracks. Oh, yeah.
What happened with the prisoners you removed from the barracks prison?
It's classified, Ninorochito.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I disagree. Why were they removed?
Investigator, they were being processed before the slaughter ritual. We don't just open the prison gates and let them wander over to the temple.
The investigator is here.
They were removed before the slaughter ritual. What happened to them?
They were processed, then returned to their cells.
The logs don't show them being returned.
You don't have access to the full martial network, so you can't prove that. You also don't get to question how I run my army. Very helpful, thanks, Akiko.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Very productive, thanks everyone.
Woo! I'm so sorry, everyone.
It is what it is. It can't be helped.
Sensitive content warning?
May you fuck off to the moon. Is Twitch doing that now if you say something a little bit mean? That's ridiculous.
Okay. Carmel Donson, where are you?
It asked me if I'm sure. That's wild. She's kind of look to the left.
I'm just getting a...
Okay. Oh, I think if you hold the key down long enough, my keyboard thinks you want to switch languages.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Okay, I gotta talk to Liddy more at some point. Gotta talk to Sammy more. I gotta talk to her again.
Condolences.
Okay, Carmel Donson. The Carmel Donson. Ooh, 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 ah, ah.
Nope.
Fuck.
It's not that way. She's up like a little ramp. I think other side.
Oh.
Oh. Nicely done!
I am a fucking pro gamer.
He's a professional. He's an expert. You're on the wrong side of the building for Carmelina.
This side?
Well, you're like on the back of the building right now.
Oh.
She's around the front.
Oh. Oh.
That's fine. That's you want to be down this low, I think.
I'm the best to ever do it.
You are. To your right. Sorry, it's the ramp. There we go.
Halt! What do you want?
Don't test me.
Your little pocket calculator is wrong, Ninorochito. I never had prisoners. Wait.
Can I ask you something, Architect?
What is it?
How can you be sure that the next island will be perfect?
There are no certainties in architecture and design. Both are nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the design of the next island will be perfect.
Got it.
Why are people calling it Perfect 25?
The mind always looks for reassurance, something concrete to hold on to. The world is chaotic and people crave respite.
We have achieved perfection.
We believe we have solved the problem of demonic corruption. The Syndicate seized upon this as a sign of success, a sign of perfection.
Do you think it will be perfect?
Craft is its own reward.
As close as we've come to it. The Syndicate has so many problems to solve with the islands. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. We cannot do our holy work while our home rots around us.
Can the Syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails?
It won't fail.
Hypothetically.
This is nonsense.
Concentrate on your investigation. Let me worry about perfection.
What do you know about the Fourth Holy
We have
Seal?
achieved perfection.
Nothing, investigator. It is not my place to know.
If no one knows how to get into the council building and the next island is already built, the new council building, how will the new council get into it?
Fourth Holy Seal was the one Crimson said if anyone says they don't know, they're lying.
Yup. I remember that.
A good question. If the seals on the next island cannot be breached, we will rebuild the council building.
The perfect next island already sounds less than perfect.
Granted, I think everybody you've asked so far has denied knowing anything about it. I think it looks bad to know anything about it.
Yeah, especially in this situation. So it's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, everyone will be like, no, I don't know anything. Perfection requires adaptability. We will adapt.
Okay. I like her art.
Hmm?
What the how does her body how
I think she has like a knee popped. You know, she's she's I think her she's like twisted at the waist. Mm-hmm. So that her right hip is more forward, so her knees are to her left. I do think her legs are still a little bit too long for that, but
like her torso also feels long. It's just like she looks like a snake lady.
a little bit. I think the pattern on her dress is not helping that either.
Yeah.
Because I think that...
Like, character design-wise, I think it works very well.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't, until you pointed it out, I didn't really notice anything anatomically weird about it, but, you are right, it is a little bit strange.
I'm gonna be real, the moment I first met her, I was like, her anatomy's kind of jank, but, it works.
Yeah, it, doesn't bother me.
With the old invisible lasso.
Yeah. So someone's invisible using one of those hooks to pull her off stage, but it's not taking.
Want to tell me what you're doing carving flesh from a god?
Believe what you want.
How dare you accuse me of a vile crime like that?
I just noticed her doggy gets angry.
Yeah, her dog gets mad when she does too. That is the height of heresy.
Crime is repulsive.
Crying George said it himself.
Believe what you want.
No such thing happened.
I think it did.
It's cowardly to insinuate.
Then you will need some evidence. You are accusing the leader of the Syndicate of one of the worst crimes imaginable.
Temporary leader.
No, don't worry. The god said you were cool. Yeah, exactly. He was chill about it.
Like, he literally said it was fine, just tell me why you had it, my man. Know anything about the demons on the island?
And who'd you fuse it to?
Mm-hmm.
Besides the one that resides within the killer. Both of these great
Admonished,
options.
alleged killer, exasperated. Yes!
Yes, him!
Besides that one.
The marshals did an exemplary job of wiping the demons out. Did they? It was not enough to stop the corruption, though.
Can you tell me about the secret panic room experiment?
How dare you?
Where did you hear that?
People talk.
I abandoned that a long time ago. It was designed to be a bunker of sorts. My plan was to dot them around the islands in case of attack. Syndicate members could hide in them. Only Syndicate, you understand.
I've been in your bunker.
Sure.
Why was it coded only to witnesses' blood vial?
Beg your pardon?
It embarrasses me to say it, but it was a lover's retreat. I disliked the design as a bunker and dropped my plan for them. It sat unused.
We have achieved perfection.
Spending time there with Witness felt illicit, exciting. But things didn't work out. I haven't been in there in years.
I saw in the logs I pulled from it.
Got it.
So you definitely weren't experimenting on a killer demon in there.
Absolutely not.
I beg your pardon?
Investigator, can we discuss something of a delicate nature? She's been very forthcoming recently, I feel like, with these probes.
Do you have something you want to tell the
I
investigator?
have no idea what you're talking about.
I wasn't truthful. Witness used that bunker for an illegal study of demons. He wanted to find out all we could for the sake of the island. Ever since the beginning of the Syndicate, there has been zero tolerance on demons. The missed knowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and experimented on it. I haven't set foot in there for years, since before he started.
Where did he get a killer demon?
He trapped one. I don't know how. I kept his secret. He still means a lot to me. The killer demon would die when Island 24 ceases to exist. Henry's demon had already done irreparable damage to the island. This one wasn't going to do any more.
I have really bad news for you.
Investigator is
What about Witness?
What could that killer demon possibly do? I put it out of my mind. We fell apart and each other's matters became private again. So it was originally a lover's retreat, and then after they split, Witness was like, well, I have this bunker.
I'm gonna use it for whatever I want, man.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal?
It is a secret investigator built without my knowledge.
Thanks, girly.
It's just a killer demon. What could it possibly do? It's not like it's a kill. Epic. Alright. Where to next, boss? You can talk to people, you can look for evidence.
What the fuck do I know? Do I have to talk to? Whatever. Pink dot.
You don't know.
The fuck is that? Oh, that's a phone, I think. Wait, no,
Yeah.
they don't show up on here. What the fuck is that?
Phones show up on there.
Huh. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think it's literally like everything except evidence.
I guess I'll talk to Yuri.
Condolences. Why can't we probe her about the blood related to her in the council room? For all we know, she could be a boy mom. That is it is wild that we find her fucking DNA in there and we can't be like, hey Carmelina, why was your DNA in the hallway? Why was somebody with your DNA in there? What's up with that, Carmelina?
To me, he's a manlet. Got time to chat, Yuri?
What is it?
You look like the kind of person that likes wine.
Pathetic.
I do. A refined drink. I'm able to enjoy expensive wine. Better wine.
Sure, man. More expensive doesn't mean better. Less popular grapes can give high quality at an affordable price.
Are you talking about?
I don't think that's true, freak. It helps that I have access to older wines. Always a sign of quality. You can just argue with him about wine.
This is exactly what I wanted.
I was gonna say, I think I remember getting to this and thinking just so hard about conversations that we've literally had with Phil about this exact topic.
Yeah, or
About how like more expensive wine absolutely is not necessarily better. That there is really good cheap wine out there.
and again, there's a lot of good young wines out there.
Yeah, yeah. It's just simply not true that more expensive are or older.
Most wines are made to be consumed within their first 1 to 5 years.
I know Yuri was praying to Enchanted Blue for a few extra inches in height. Literally.
I think he was also praying for a few extra inches in other places as well.
Grace, what did the art book say about him? That he was like fucking like 19 or something when he got blessed? There was one of we were watching the Short One Gaming playthrough, Grace and I, for a while, and they came up with this whole like crack theory that he was actually like, he got like in the movie Big, he was actually like some shitty teenager who got blessed to have like a sexy grown man body, basically, because that was how his character writing read, was as if he is literally a child. And then Grace and I were reading the art book, and the art book implied that he was in fact like probably 17 to 19 years old, and he is in fact a shitty kid who got blessed and looks like this. Well, blessed.
Deceived.
Yeah. I just think it's funny. Trust me, freak. Older is better. You're clearly not very experienced with wine.
Insufferable.
Not everyone can appreciate wine. It isn't something for novices or the lower class.
I just love how each one of these has a pander and then an argue thing.
Yeah.
I would love to see how the pander one goes. But also,
It's a shorter conversation, I think.
no, but I'm assuming it's her being really sarcastic and him not picking up on it.
Wow, you really do know a lot about wine, huh? I guess a silly girl like me wouldn't know anything like that.
You're knowledgeable.
Yes. Goodbye, freak.
Goodbye, Yuri. I should have gone with the other one.
Hey, Yuri, got a couple questions for you. Oh yeah, we checked his phone.
I've scanned your phone. You can have it back now.
Believe me now, freak?
No,
Nice,
I don't.
The phone records prove my alibi.
Truth is
There's a
revealed.
10-minute period where your phone went dark. Your alibi has a hole.
Sure.
Lydia told me she lost contact with you last night during this 10-minute window. She tried to contact you while she was waiting at the Paradise Gates just before the murder.
And Yuri getting blessed with beauty, but still being terminally no bitches because everyone he's allowed to bang thinks he's an annoying child. Genuinely.
Were you in the council building and you didn't want to be contacted?
I think it's funny that they specify that Enchanted Blue also made him more charming. This is Yuri more charming.
Well, I think he's specifically also not being charming right now, but I think he's only more charming. In that, like, the way how he talks up himself and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's the person who lies about himself to try to get women to fuck him.
That is almost certainly true, yeah.
So, like, it's probably that he start doing that more often.
I see. Checks out.
And it never works.
Of course not.
Every time he gets a woman home, she sees his house and she's like, "Oh, I can see there's something wrong here. I need to leave."
He has the r/male living spaces audio file set up.
I think he has about 5 different paintings of himself in his house.
God.
And they're all like the size of a whole wall.
Yeah. Ugh. Of course not.
Don't make me laugh.
The reality folding drive might have disrupted the communications. Life-size stormtrooper. God. At the end of an island, the folding drive does a final burst to power both islands during the transition. The radiation sometimes causes localized areas of communication and electrical interference.
That's weird.
That seems convenient.
Business isn't of yours.
What do you want me to say?
Were you outside the council penthouse last night, Yuri?
Of course I wasn't, freak.
I found pink petals, which I suspect are from your hat outside the penthouse.
I doubt that.
So, for the record, this is a complete denial.
Yes, freak, it is. It won't stand up in court anyway.
We'll see. Yuri, let's wrap for a sec.
Don't know me.
Rap?
Paradise
You
feels
put a key into the nightmare computer connected to the obelisks on the beach and activated them.
What are you talking about?
is repulsive.
You did. I've got the logs. Don't worry. Someone else accessed them, but they were more intelligent than you and use a wireless access device.
Get his ass. More intelligent! The insects on this island can barely tie their shoelaces, let alone figure out the symbols on the obelisks in space. You dipshit!
This is the first time we've seen this right
It
and
sure is.
also, oh my god!
Yep. Perfect line. perfect sprite.
I am so sorry for that audio and me sounding like a fucking dolphin.
That's a rational response.
I want him to burn.
God.
Thanks, Yuri.
I wish she had done her thank you voice line that she has. For what?
You just told me about the symbols on the obelisk, which I didn't ask about, and you'd only know if you'd used them.
Quite possibly the most classic blunder.
Where did you get that key to access the obelisk?
Why doesn't that blunder fall under like Van Dyne's 20th? I feel like that's the kind of shit that he would be a hater about. The culprit revealing themselves, or like, you know, someone who did something they shouldn't, revealing themselves because they know something they shouldn't otherwise be able to know.
That's always a fucking classic. You can't get rid of that.
It's a classic, but Van Dyne's pissed about some...
He hates any trope.
That's the thing. He hates all tropes. So I'm saying, why doesn't that fall under like Van Dyne's 20th? Because that feels like some shit. He'd be like, no, because he hates the cigarette brands thing, which is really funny. I love how he's like, the fitting blocks and holes puzzle is actually very complex. No, yeah, he's like he's literally like, fucking the insects on this island couldn't handle the obelisks and space puzzle. The one where you look at the order that it's in and then you put them in the order? That one?
I need to push him off of a building. I need to grab him by the legs and slam him into a wall.
God. I have no idea what you're talking about, freak.
Aw, don't hold out on me, Yuri. I know you know the secret of the second seal.
I have nothing else to say. You're good at this, man.
What do you know about the fourth holy seal?
You mean the holy seal that Henry got through and then killed the council?
Yes, that one.
Well, okay, Yuri, that does describe all of the seals. I will say. According to you. Who cares? That monster killed them. Let's get this show on the road.
Well, he didn't confirm nor deny whether he knew anything about it.
That's true. He's just like, well, it was Henry.
Do you know anything about the third holy seal?
Of course not. They're a mystery. Stop wasting time.
Know anything about the demons on the island?
The marshals killed them all.
Be snide with me.
They should have killed Henry while they were at it.
He has
doing?
tiny ass feet.
He does.
Look at how small his feet are. What the fuck? He's wearing size 2s. He's also not wearing any socks.
That's heinous, yeah.
I wanted to see whether he's wearing tie shoes, so I can make fun of him for not knowing how to tie shoes.
Are they like loafers that he has?
Yeah, they're loafers with no socks.
That's wretched.
What the fuck is it? This studs on the bottom of his pants.
They're like JoJo's. They're like JoJo's. I think that sort of just explains everything about this game. Is they're sort of JoJo-esque.
Oh, I know. I'm just making fun of specifically Yuri because I have to.
Enchanted Blue didn't bless that. It's the final bit he gets if he revives her. Like, starting with 90% pay, 10% for completing the job commission, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I do think some of it is probably the perspective on his, like,
absolutely,
flat sprite.
but
However,
also just...
it's definitely also just that his feet are small. Like, that's
got
also
mad
true.
Small feet. Like, I know he didn't do it, but...
He did something.
But I do hate his ass.
Yeah. He has been bad mischievous, it would seem.
It would be so easy. Fuck, I have more to ask them about.
You don't have to do it right now.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want forever. I think it's just probably you confirm some stuff with Yuri that now, like, you want to ask the others about theoretically.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
not- yeah. You don't have to.
I'm gonna go hang out with Grace.
Do that.
Grace, let's hang out.
I don't think she's this way.
I'm trying to find the phone.
The
So I can just teleport to the graveyard.
I think there's a phone a little ways up this ramp.
Yeah, Grace, that's you. Let's hang out.
To your left. There we go.
Bloop, bloop.
Boop, 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 boop. I was dead last time, sorry. It's okay, it happens. So, where can I take you?
Where the fuck is it?
Up on the mountain.
I'm gonna go hang out in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Got time to chat?
I have all the time in the world, until the island ends.
Is the syndicate worth saving?
That's for you to decide. For better or for worse, the crime happened. The syndicate was on a straight path. Now the path branches. The truth you believe in will determine the fate of the syndicate.
Which branch do you think we should take?
Weed out the corruption. The syndicate is no place for paranoia and conspiracy. We have a holy cause. We have forgotten that. We are in a position to craft a perfect society.
You said there is no such thing as perfection.
So I did. The idea of perfection is intoxicating. We always let our guard down and start believing in it.
We kidnap people from the real world and force them to worship our gods. They press into service on the island, working in our factories and farms before being killed in a mass slaughter ritual.
Yeah, you were married to the guy who did that.
Hard to imagine much perfection coming from that.
Perhaps we should wipe the slate clean.
How do we do that?
I have no idea, investigator.
I'm just some ghost.
I'm dead. It's not going to be me.
Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst?
It would be very convenient for that to happen last night, wouldn't it? I think whoever told you that is lying.
Thank you, girl.
Thanks, Girly Pop. May you reach the moon. Are you trying to meditate?
No, I just...
Those
Looking at the
flowers are
hydrangea textures. Okay,
Yeah.
they're just clipping into each other. It's like,
Oh,
what
is
the
it?
fuck
Yeah, it
is
looks like
going-
a crazy
I was
shader
just
for
like,
a minute
what
there.
the fuck is going on with them?
Those things are undulating.
Hey, girl, check out these flowers. They're undulating.
I'm looking. I have been standing here for a reason.
Enjoying the
It's
undulating.
mesmerizing. I just think of all the times Umineko describes like the roses in the rose garden as undulating.
This is what they were doing in the rose
That's what
garden.
they were doing. They were undulating.
They're doing this shit.
Yeah.
Should be allowed to fuck one last kiss.
She's a ghost.
I know. I'm not a coward.
What's the plan, boss?
Who to talk to next? Or maybe I could just wait here so I could talk to her again. Because she is the most, like, conversations I haven't had with.
Oh, yeah,
yet.
that's true. There might be, like, blood crystals or something around here.
Hmm.
I don't think you've, like, explored the region much. It's a Q, I believe, to meditate.
Mysteries are revealed.
Oh yeah, you can get up on the domes, but it requires some futzing. It can be done.
Oh,
Careful. I remember you have a double jump.
I've been using it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta use a good combo of
Yeah,
shit.
you
Act
gotta
it.
time it just right. Yeah, I think you did it. I think you're up.
Alright.
There's a dink up here.
Why?
More drinks.
Why would you put one here?
To buy more drinks.
Which one is that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Who the fuck is buying enough drinks from here that everything is sold out? Except for this, of course.
Listen, you don't know how these people live.
Can I not exit the screen? I just wanted to
No,
see
you,
what it
you
was.
said you wanted to
No!
buy cold refreshing drink.
I don't want to buy more drinks.
It's one blood crystal.
Not just on fuck ass mountains.
It's
The
elusive
sweetest
chocolate.
taste. Ooh.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest to find bevies.
The elusive chocolate obtained. A chocolate flavored drink only sold in remote locations.
Yeah,
Hard
it's
to
sold out
find,
because
but
the true fans were coming for it.
It's because that's the only place it was being kept in. In the mountains behind the fucking graveyard. Hey, one last kiss. Do you want a drink?
Yeah. Vending machines on fuck ass mountains. I think that's just very like them. Oh, is that a? I think that's a blood crystal on top of
Or is it a Shinji?
It might be a Shinji. Something's on that. Something's up there.
Yup.
You
Okay.
think you can do it?
No, but I want to try.
I believe in you. I think this is the way to get up there. Yeah.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Oh, it's a Starlight skin.
Holy Refinery, Stylart,
Stylart.
Starlight skin obtained. An armed cult took over a refinery on the coast. The authorities discovered an enclave of bizarre fishmen on golden thrones.
What if it has the pull tab for the date with Crimson, citizen about to die on a mountain? Real.
Citizen about to get fucking killed for going into the syndicate graveyard on the mountain. Let me get on top of this one. Must not be able to be done. There's nothing up there.
Sad. Yeah, I'm not sure that that one can be surmounted.
Hey girl, do you want to hang out again?
I don't know if it's been... Oh, it has been!
Woo!
Yippee!
Got time to chat?
I have all the time in the world until the island ends.
How do you deal with the corrupt ruling class?
No society has ever worked that out. The real world would be a different place if they had. The ruling class are more insidious than the gods. One last case, I would argue that you do know how to deal with a corrupt ruling class. You are French.
Well, she left France before
That's true.
then.
That's true. They corrupt all that they touch, mutating society to be something that only benefits them. For every ruler that meets the guillotine, another takes their place.
Oh, see, she
So
does.
she does know. So
She's
you
like,
do know.
The France did
Yeah.
get work bad again.
Yeah, there was the Reign of Terror that also, like, wasn't great. Society births them with no respite.
The truth is all around you, investigator.
What would you do?
Joke, mass murder, moral, change hearts. Murder the entire council.
A good answer.
It's like I'm not the fucking. I'm not even a suspect. I was up in the Vitallands. I can joke about murder
Yeah.
the council all I want. I didn't do it.
Based. Misguided, though. The entire council has been murdered, but do you think an egalitarian society waits for us on the next
That
island?
is repulsive.
I don't know what the answer is, but I'm here to hold them to account now.
Who watches the Watchwoman? You get the Paradise Psycho unit and your gun back, and who do you answer to? Nothing is so simple. I have enjoyed our conversations, but you have a job to do. Paradise needs saving. I will assist you where I can. I can also joke about murder, because I was murdered. Oh, investigator, I have something for you. I don't need it anymore.
Vintage watch obtained?
Sick.
Why do I need it?
Never forget that the clock is ticking.
Philosophy of Ghost. Yippee! One last kisses watch. She doesn't need it anymore.
I have all the time in the world, investigator.
Max friendship points with Grace.
Woohoo!
Woo! Okay. Back to the other bitches. Look,
Have fun.
everyone's over here.
They are.
How easy is it to get to Smam?
I don't know.
I'll find out. Smammy. What? This works. I have never gone to his bar normal style.
That's pretty much true.
Hey, ma'am.
Daybreak. Fancy at the ring?
You know me.
Fancy at the ring.
This is my other blend, LD. Vortex. I trust Need is okay? This one has a punchier taste.
That's strange.
That sure hits you.
I don't serve this to many guests. They find it too much. It is harder to appreciate, but you understand, don't you,
The
LD?
investigator is here.
Do you miss being an assassin?
Death doesn't interest me anymore, LD.
It was her calling for so long.
Sorry, one sec. Being an assassin hurts too many people. I have a new calling, a new craft, can't you see? Do you miss the Paradise Psycho unit?
Test me.
Every day. Being an investigator completes me.
My unique blend.
That's how I feel, LD. Serving the right drink can change a life. That's better than taking a life, isn't it?
It's time to mix drinks and change lives. Valhalla.
Valhalla.
If someone didn't take a life, I wouldn't be here having this conversation.
That's true, isn't it? I have enjoyed our conversations, LD. I hope the rest of your investigation proceeds smoothly.
Is this our last chat?
I'm afraid I need to say goodbye to this bar one last time. So many memories.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
It's been a pleasure, Sam.
Take care, won't you, LD?
Always. Philosophy of Barmaster.
Let's go! Huge. Hi, Sissel.
What do you know about the Third Holy Seal, Sam?
I don't know a thing. He's going to fuck the bar.
Listen, that's his right.
Sometimes just one more time
Yeah,
before the island goes.
Got a question how?
All of the seals are mysteries, aren't they?
How he fuck the bar?
Don't worry about it. You've played Undertale.
I have. Sans doesn't fuck though.
I know a lot of people who would disagree.
Don't. You can't. You can't. You can't.
I'm sorry.
Every horrible thing I've seen within the years of 2016 to 2019 just
I'm so
flashed
sorry.
through my brain.
It's so funny being a bartender, only the loosest sense of the word. I get beers and wines out of the fridge, open them, sometimes pour. I truly no clue about any of this shit. But it means I can confirm Sam fucks the bar. You have the authority.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Know anything about an unauthorized distillery in the Dead Zone?
Gods.
Ah. The dead zone has an aura. The structure of the island is corrupted there. It gives whiskey a unique taste. You say it with the bartender's authority.
Authority. Surely the whiskey is tainted as well.
It's quad filtered. The flavor is there, but the taint is
Taint.
removed. It's clean. You should try some. I know it's illegal, but how many times do you get to have whiskey blended in demonic hot zone? I needed to know. You understand, right?
I found a chiller containing a blood vial at your little distillery.
What? What chiller?
Don't test me. Why is the label scratched off?
So no taint? God. That's not my business, is it? That vial came from Doom Jazz, didn't it? Did it?
The doctor?
It's for my prescription. Adrian's tilting his head quizzically.
Huh. Your prescription?
His prescription.
A blood vial prescription?
Uh-huh. His prescription.
What are you doing?
You know.
You-
You know, his prescription.
Your blood prescription? Vampire?
Sampire. That's how the Syndicate does HRT.
That's why he's red.
Sam, I do have a follow-up question, which is, how do you administer? What do you...
Hey Sam, that
Oh wait, no, I know what it is. He knows the injection technique. right in the shin.
right in the shins,
Right in the
baby.
shin bone. Shinjection, they could never make me hate you.
Shinjection.
Virtue's last reward.
Beautiful, right under the kneecap.
Same way he drinks. Next question. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. How does he talk?
Normal way. You know how it is.
The idea that this all, I'm guessing that he's, how would you live in the real world? Because I'm assuming like he's partially only alive because like they're in a fabricated reality where stuff could be weird.
But they met in the real world.
But like they met in the real world, and also they're like, hey, we want to go back to the real world, which I'm assuming they wouldn't be like if Sam would just die.
Yeah, I mean, there's also gods in the real world.
Yeah,
Slumbering mostly, but still.
having slumber parties.
Yeah. So I think the real world is also not especially like our world at this juncture.
What do you know about the fourth Holy Seal?
Syndicate HRT that makes you a skeleton. That sounds credible.
Well, he became a skeleton because he loved too much.
Yeah, he did. He's a skeleton because he loved too much. But you can also take Syndicate HRT that makes you a skeleton. I don't think I know anything. No one does, do they?
Want to tell me what a lump of flesh cut from a god is doing in a security safe in your storeroom?
I don't. What flesh?
Sammy?
I don't know what you're talking about, LD. Is someone trying to frame me? Did someone plant it there? Did you plant it there?
Like this.
Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
I promise you, LD. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this a joke, LD?
Maybe there is something we should talk about, LD. Something troubling.
Sure.
Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
Is this a joke, LD?
I'm sorry. I wasn't truthful. I was holding that flesh for someone.
I love it how many times that he's just like, I'm not lying. Okay, maybe I lied.
Yeah, like 3 seconds later.
Yeah. I
Something else I don't know. I'm bald.
I find that really endearing of him, how he lies and then he's immediately like, okay, yeah, I lied.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
I lied. Yeah. I think it says a lot about him as a character.
Yeah.
That he's really just not built for this. Not for his friend.
He's so sweet. I can't dislike Lydia or Sam, even
Yeah.
with the evidence piling against them.
They're sweetie pies.
This isn't original, Sammy. Why do you have Godflesh?
I am under suspicion, Aldi.
I was asked to store it for someone. It was Witness.
Got it.
How did Witness ask you to store that flesh?
He came to me and he said he needed it to be stored. He didn't tell me anything else.
Claims it was for the good of the Syndicate.
Hmm.
He just accepted it without question.
I didn't know what it was, did I? He just gave me a box and said it needs to be kept a secret. For the good of the Syndicate, wasn't it?
I don't like
Didn't that strike you as suspicious?
Witness is an old friend. You'd do anything for old friends, wouldn't you?
Is this a fact?
This is suspicious as hell, Sammy.
What?
It's the truth, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Oof.
Man.
Come on, Sammy boy.
Sam! Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst?
Lydia couldn't contact Yuri for a while. Was that because of a blackout?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Know anything about demons on the island?
There shouldn't be any demons on the island, should there? I do like his tendency to answer questions with questions. Yippee.
I do like it how when we asked him, like, hey, why the fuck do you have a distillery in the dead zone? And he was immediately like, I wanted to do a little illegal brewing.
Yeah, he was like, you know how it is.
The fact that he confirmed that but denied the blood vial being suspicious.
Yeah.
It's just like very,
Mm-hmm.
I'm having new thoughts about Sammy.
Okay.
Just like, I know I'm probably being biased because I really like Sam and Lydia, but I'm just like, is he doing things without knowing what it is? Like, I had the theory that, like,
You did.
Sam and Lydia may not know the full consequences of their actions recently.
Mm.
Like, Sam, I feel like it's very easy for me to think that, given just, like, some of the stuff. Lydia, that's harder to do because she had the space helmet.
Yeah, the evidence of Lydia having gone through the second seal, I think, is much more damning. Just because we have the helmet, yeah. And that's like, that really doesn't seem like it could be anyone else.
I'm just like, girly.
Yeah.
It's like, what my
Yeah.
thought is that Lydia probably put that big hunking box full of killer demon in that thing. Which is why she made it through the second holy seal. She took her car through there, I guess, probably. And did some shit on top of the council building.
Yeah, because she went on the top of the council building, and then there was the rappelling gear down to where someone broke into that.
So someone could get to the second holy seal without going through the first.
It's interesting that the marshals were still murdered. In that context.
Well, I'm presuming that she put that there long before
Oh, yeah,
the murder
that's right.
actually happened, because I'm assuming that she put the killer demon's box in there. And that was in there in planning for this to happen. And again, like,
And so the guards being murdered was part of the frame job against Henry.
yeah, like the
Because they weren't marshals, but they were, you know.
yeah, they're fake. They're prisoners dressed up as marshals.
Often characters in a murder case are up to wholly separate shit that they were still don't necessarily want to be found out, but it's like, well, I'll admit easily if the alternative is the murder suspicion. Yeah. No, yeah, with the distillery. Yeah, where he's like, yeah, no, I'm distilling whiskey in the dead zone.
Wanna have some?
Yeah, you want some? It slaps.
And it's just like the fact that he was so immediately forthcoming about that, but like other stuff, he was confused.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's just. Also, there's also the fact that Sam and Lydia have a combined profile.
They do.
So
If you suspect one of them, you suspect both of them.
Yeah, I have to suspect both of them, which means I can't even think like that one of them knew what they're doing and the other one didn't.
I mean,
that
you
might,
can
yeah,
think
that might be possible, but I'm just like,
yeah, it's possible, but from the perspective of the game and of, like, making accusations, yeah, you can't fully regard them separately, because even if only, like, one of them did something, the other one is kind of necessarily implicated.
Okay, I do have to hang out with Witness. Also should hang out with Lydia again. I haven't hung out
Yeah, I
with her in
think
a while.
I think Lydia might be your next, like, least number of hangouts that you've done, just because I feel like you've only spoken to her a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you think Judge will care if they did it willingly / knowingly or not? Yeah, that's the thing. Will this justice system let them get off for a crime just because they didn't know they were committing it?
You won't. Stay back.
No.
I gotta talk to my bestie.
Hey, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Think you could ever go back to the old life?
You mean being an assassin? You asking because of the case?
This is all just off the record. Just chatting.
I told you that part of my life is over. Got no taste for it.
Do you miss it?
I missed the abstract. Ignoring the actual murder part, having a skill to get good at was good. Gave me a purpose. These hands aren't for killing now. You get a long time to think on these islands. It's not worth it.
What isn't worth it?
Ending lives. What's the point? A life is too important to end early. My line of work was just facilitating another person's ambition. You should be working for yourself, not someone else.
What about working for the Syndicate?
Woof, based on the conversation we were just having.
Yeah!
Anyway.
Man!
Woof. That's different. We're part of something here, a higher calling. We worship our gods and work for their glory. Not the same as a few coins for a slit throat. What about you? Happy to be working again?
I'm the investigation freak.
The old nickname.
Something to live up to.
I'll drop you back at the beach again. This time I brought you something.
Oh,
I should give you a painting!
is this one of your paintings?
Yeah, from one of the beaches.
This is amazing. Thanks, Lydia.
It's possible Lydia didn't kill the marshals since they were disguised criminals. They were probably killed by Akiko.
Oh yeah, I don't think
Oh,
Lydia.
yeah.
I don't think Lydia even saw the marshals.
Yeah, because the route taking the hatch that was like pried up would completely circumvent them.
Yeah, like it would take her right to the second Holy Seal. She wouldn't even have to look at the marshals.
Yeah.
It also skips the nightmare computer log.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Especially if she was coming from somewhere already within the like syndicate region. Something to remember your return to paradise by.
Yeah.
I love Lydia is one of the less involved in the general dystopia shit. Is an artist of so many mediums. It seems incredibly important to her. She knows how important it is to live where citizens aren't allowed any artistic expression.
They aren't? That's fucked up.
I mean, like, they do some stuff, but like they can't like meaningfully like affect the island, and we certainly don't see art on display fucking anywhere aside from the statues of the gods. I thought we got the dialogue because of the CDs. Oh, maybe. I don't remember. But you may be right.
I do know that like there are some little like basic things of art that like we found from citizens.
Yeah, it's little artifacts, but they aren't allowed to make music. According to the CDs, according to Grace, which I believe. I have a very poor memory for some of the flavor text in this game. But yeah.
It seems like I don't think they're like disallowed all art, but I could definitely see they're not allowed to pursue art as like a thing.
Yeah.
Given the fact that they are worked to the bone at all times
Yeah.
and told to put all of their energy into worship. So
Yeah.
if I get an apartment on the next island, this will get a pride of a place.
Appreciate it, LD. Listen, I've enjoyed our drives, but you need to get this thing solved so there is a next island. Get at me if you've got a question about the case, yeah?
Will do. Thanks again, Lydia.
Oh, nice. Maxed her out, too.
Philosophy of driver.
I was wrong. We have hung out with her enough. Damn, that is pretty.
Lydia. It captures the beauty of the island's coast.
That does look like it might be a photograph with a filter, but...
Oh, of course. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff overlooking the obelisks?
Why do you want to know, LD?
They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there.
So you didn't go there to access the obelisks?
Nope.
What's going on at the message Witness sent you with the key to the beach obelisks, then?
What message, LD?
Investigator
The Moon database has a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness with a file attached as the key using the obelisks.
What are you talking about, LD?
Is that what that was? I got a message, and as soon as the mail client opened it, it crashed out and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that.
Did you take it to get it looked at?
Nah, LD, it was a few days ago. We all get new tablets on the next island, and my phone still worked, so I could still do my job.
That's your statement?
Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or key or whatever it was. Yeah?
That's a lie. That has to be a lie.
Yeah.
That's definitely a lie.
Have we found her tablet?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't know whether or not that was something we could find.
I'm not 100% sure that it is. I'm trying to rack my brain. I could hear your expression pose shift. Yeah, I'm like, you sighed in such a specific way. Just like,
Lydia.
Was that the one? Yeah, we found a tablet, didn't we? Partially submerged
I
somewhere?
don't remember this. I'm sorry.
It might be in Starlight. I don't know if it hers. I know that there is a tablet that you find somewhere.
Do you know anything about the third holy seal?
Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret.
Know anything about demons on the island?
Not a thing, LD. Didn't the marshals kill them all during the Henry incident?
Lydia.
It's not looking great, Lydia. I gotta say.
Girl.
Yeah, do we have tablet evidence somewhere in Starlight? I'm just curious. Might be under case files. Unsorted evidence? Maybe it's sorted evidence. I wish you could just look at all your evidence at once.
Six.
Yeah, we did find Lydia's tablet.
This tab was water damaged and corrupted, but Starlight managed to pull it back up. The most recently modified style is a corrupted message sent by Witness to the end. Sent by Witness to the end with a file attached. The file is the key to the Nightmare computer that is linked to the obelisk of Bleeds. Lydia claimed to know nothing about it.
Yeah, so we found it, like, I think near the water. Or, like, half submerged, like she had just tossed it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was under the grate in the agri fields. That was what we cranked it thrice for.
All right. Lydia.
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 Lydia. Dead killer demon. No evidence. Dead killer demon is innocent.
Seven things, but I don't think any of them truly implicate her. I think she's innocent.
I mean, yeah, largely it's pretty circumstantial.
I think it's entirely that motherfucker.
God, I forgot there was evidence for Akiko,
Yeah,
too.
that wasn't Akiko. Didn't fucking do it.
Yeah, KHX was working on her necklace, which, like... I mean, she like, admits to that. She's like, yeah, necklace was broken, I gave it to KHX to fix, but I never got it back. Which, like, you know what? I'll buy. Dead killer demon did this.
Why would... Dead killer demon, why would you do this?
Witness took flesh.
Mistook flesh.
We still need to figure out who Akiko is trying to cover for. Yeah, she hasn't really roped in, like... It's clear that she's involved in some frame job against Henry.
I think
But
it's because...
she hasn't accused anyone of, like, being the person that she's doing it for.
Well, that's because she doesn't... She's sticking to her story because she doesn't know how to fucking lie.
That's true.
I don't think it's too much of a question of who she's trying to cover for because of my suspicion that it's Witness who has been bribing people with promises of stuff, so I can very easily believe that he bribed Akiko by saying, hey, you can keep your marshals alive and they can be brought into the syndicate next island.
Yeah, and I think Witness and Akiko called Witness, I think, around the time of the crime to be like, hey...
At the syndicate building.
Yeah, hey, we found Henry.
Henry escapade.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think it's too much of a question of who she's covering for, because if it's my current thoughts, I don't need her to give me any more circumstantial information.
You're trying to clear out all your notifications. They did drive me crazy how fucking often that updates. Hey, Sissel. He's just sitting next to me on this chair. Oh yeah, Kafka Memories blood was used to log into the seal. Which could mean nothing.
Lydia.
Lydia.
I don't want her and Sam to be culprits. But I'm just like... It's like, I know that Crimson Acid was... Her telling us straight up that Witness bribed her was like the biggest fucking hint I think I really needed to really solidify how I think all of this, like... comes together in a way. I need to go back to... I need to talk to Yuri and... No. Bathe towers. The towers sparkle in the waning sun. A cascade of jewels as far as the eye can see. Why didn't I just use that over there? Why did I do that? I just wasted a blood crystal.
F.
Where the fuck is...
Yuri's over by HQ.
Okay. Gardens?
Oh, do you not actually have a fast travel point near HQ?
Yeah, apparently.
Sad. Well, Gardens is closer to him.
Hey, Yuri, I'm here to torment you again. Because you deserve it. Because you're a bad person. Ontologically. Got time to chat, Yuri.
Can we make this the last time, freak?
Gladly. Have you ever been in love, Yuri?
Love doesn't offer anything.
Oh, okay.
Love constrains ambition. It blinds you to your goal.
Oh, so you had this monologue locked and ready. Love can make you understand more about yourself and others.
What business is it of yours?
I understand myself and others just fine. Some of us are rulers and the rest are meant to be ruled. The world is very simple, freak. You people confuse yourselves with love and affection. It dulls your senses and stops you from achieving excellence.
I have a bad feeling about this.
If you open your heart, you open your mind.
Umineko-ass conversation.
Without love, it cannot be seen, Yuri.
Goodbye, freak.
Goodbye, Yuri. Philosophy of secretary. Oh, thank God I don't have to see him ever again in my whole life.
Well, there may be topics of conversation, unfortunately.
No, there won't.
She's literally saying without love it cannot be seen. She really is.
I can't believe they're making Lady, when love dies, all that remains are the facts, is saying without love it cannot be seen.
Well, facts and truth are not the same.
True.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts, but you need love to see the truth.
So true.
That's the fucking thesis of Umineko.
That literally is. Fuck.
This is literally just like...
So you gotta turn off your love when you're collecting facts.
Right.
And you do need to turn it back on for when you're trying to find the truth.
Yeah. You can find facts. When love dies, all that's left is facts. Because facts are truth with the absence of love.
Hey, Mr. Culprit.
Hey, Wetness.
Witness. Want to chat, witness?
I must warn you that I'm not one for long conversations.
What else do you remember of the Great Betrayal?
I understood what salvation is. I was married to another inhabitant of the palace. A wonderful woman, but she chose heresy over the gods. He's been divorced twice?
Oh my god! Divorce master!
Divorce sweep, love loses! I do not blame her. It was a troubling time. The whole world changed. Temptation of a new life drove us apart. At least, that's so true. 2 divorces, maybe more. I refuse to abandon...
He is the witness to the end.
the witness to the end of his marriages. I refuse to abandon our heavenly masters. She chased me throughout the Chaos Palace, determined to take my life. Ezekiel saved me. He found a way out as the palace was attacked, and we were free. How is he the most divorced person on the
chased
planet?
around the palace by his ex-wife
Yeah, and Ezekiel saved him.
until his new boy toy came along.
God.
Being chased around the shifting, terrible chaos palace by
Yep.
his ex-wife.
Yep. I had forgotten this bit of lore.
My ex-wife misses me, but her aim is getting better.
God. Sorry, that'd make me more attracted. Okay, Battler. Sorry. Sorry I said that, Grace. Sorry, this is a bad time in your life to say that to you. We had no idea what daylight or time was, but we knew we had to find the remaining believers.
He never learned about daylight.
He didn't know. We wandered the desert for many days until we met a small caravan of worshippers. We went with them and found the start of the Syndicate. We became obsessed with growing the Syndicate.
You know, you work only for the gods.
The Syndicate's work is holy work. Without the Syndicate, the gods will never rise again.
It's funny because when marriage is terrible, marriage is terrible. Love dies. At least when not the glory of the gods. All of his divorces have been because his wife was not cultish enough.
That's true. That is why he left Carmelina. I'm leaving Street Forever. I'm banning you. I'm so sorry, Grace.
Why are you banning us?
No, because when Grace said that it only make me more attracted, as in my ex-wife chasing me around the Chaos Palace, I said, "What are you, Battler?" And then I remembered where Grace is right now and how that's a very cruel thing to say to her. In the place where she's at.
From your own stream.
Why aren't we canceling Josh?
Why are we canceling Josh? I'm gonna take you out back and shoot you after
That's
this.
fair. That's justified.
Listen, on that one charge, I didn't put you under kill without
You
hesitation.
did. That's right. I'm going to ghost kill you. That's fair. There is a balance, however. Ezekiel saved me, and now I must save the Syndicate.
What the hell?
Save? How are you going to save it?
Too many of us have forgot to adhere to the ways Silent Goat taught us. When was the last time you did a full prayer routine? I will evangelize these values on the new island and bring us back into the light. In order for that to happen, you need to do your job, Lady Lovedies. Let us not do social calls until the next
The
island.
investigator is
You're
here.
wrapping up a lot of these!
Understood. Maybe I'll see you on the next island.
Maybe.
The truth I find about the murder may involve you. Damn, they are not. Woo! If I involve you, witness.
A devoted servant like myself has nothing to fear.
Just wow.
What's his philosophy of? Oh, zealot.
Of zealot.
Yeah.
Just like, wow, they aren't pulling those punches, huh?
I think it's hard to get this far in his hangouts and not have found something that makes you go, Witness, have you been doing bad, mischievous?
Thinking about the person who playing this game, first time they meet any character, just get all of their hangouts immediately just by hanging out right in front of them and then getting them being like, well, what does that mean?
I mean, she's not ruling anybody out, I think is what she actually means by that.
No, she does not say that to anyone else.
That's true.
None of her other, as far as Carmelina's could be like that, but like...
Yeah, because I don't think we finished Carmelina. Philosophy of Architect, I imagine, is what hers will be.
Crime cannot hide.
Witness, I have testimony that you're using the secret bunker for demonology research.
From who?
Who do you think?
Whatever you think you know, you don't. I always work for our holy masters. This has nothing to do with the murder of the council, though.
I found a killer demon inside the council penthouse with the victim's blood all over its claws.
You think you're onto something, but you don't know what you're talking about.
Crime cannot hide.
Then why don't you tell me?
If you think you have some wild conspiracy theory, you will need to prove it in the trials. I won't talk further about this. I like how the deeper you get with a lot of characters, they'll start to be like, we'll prove it in court then. I have nothing to say to you. Yuri said that to you too, I think. He's like, this won't hold up in the trials. Which, like, I find kind of fun as you get, like... Because they don't say that to a lot of the early evidence, but now they're just like, I'm done making up shit to say to you. Prove it in court. Prove it to judge.
See you in court, witness. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst?
Unrelated dead killer demon. Yeah, exactly. I didn't. When they have occurred before, they have always been hard to pinpoint. They don't affect the whole island. Yeah, but Yuri was pretty close to here.
Why did you give Sam a piece of god flesh to hide?
What did he tell you?
You first.
I needed somewhere to store the flesh.
I couldn't have it go rotting. You can't let the god flesh go bad.
Didn't they just put it in a fucking safe?
You're right. I thought they put it in the fridge.
No, because we found the... Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't in a fridge. They said
No,
it wasn't a safe.
it was in a safety deposit box, but I was
Okay.
thinking it was also a fridge because it was in the bar.
That's right. That's right.
I needed somewhere to store the flesh.
I'm worried that there are people in the syndicate that would sabotage my research.
Who?
I have nothing concrete.
Sure.
The why?
That awful nickname, Perfect 25. The desire for perfection now. We did think it was a fridge when testing something. That's right. Grace and I tested something funny.
Oh, Og.
Can't tell you.
Okay. Yay.
When we like finish the game, I'll be able to tell you the experiment that Grace and I did that made us laugh really hard. They don't want someone proving the council wrong.
So you didn't use it with Sam to breach the fourth holy seal?
This is the first I've heard of it being used with the fourth seal.
I have a bad feeling.
I don't say about that.
Cool.
Okay. So all I need left is Carmi.
Does Crimson have something for you?
No, I already fucked it.
Oh, you mean the hangouts. Sorry, I was looking at the little notifications that they had something to say. But no, yeah, I think that you're right. There's always Steam achievements that you can check for them.
Okay, once I get all my hangouts, I'm gonna start asking for guidance.
Okay. Yeah, ask me, I don't know, whatever you'd like to ask me, and I will answer your questions thusly.
Yuri claims that the reality folding drive caused a comms blackout last night. Is that something that can happen at the reality folding drive?
Why are you asking me?
The drive is operated by Masahiro Heavy Industries, but none of their representatives are left on Paradise. You're the architect, so I thought you might know something.
Hey. I can't help you with the specifics, but there have been instances of the drive causing blackouts at the end of an island.
Did you experience it last night?
No, they are localized though, so that isn't to say it didn't happen. The drive performs a burst to power each island. It throws a lot of radiation and particles out into the air.
That doesn't sound, like, healthy.
It's fine. If Yuri was in a patch of radiation, it would have caused a blackout temporarily.
I think he's gonna have bigger problems than a comms blackout.
He would handle it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Do you think it is convenient that it happened around the time of the murder?
How dare you?
Do you?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
Yuri is a loyal member of the Syndicate. You do well to focus on the real suspect instead.
Let's hang out, girly! Can I ask you something, Architect?
Can I ask you a personal question, Architect? I want to give you something, Investigator. It's only fried a few hundred citizens.
Flawless blood dancer, I.
Fairly good track record for how long we've had it. You know what? Yeah.
And I.
It's the eye of a worshipper of Blood Dancer. It's been preserved and reformatted into a storage device.
We have achieved perfection.
The chronicles of Blood Dancer have been imprinted into it. By examining the crevices of the eye, you may learn about the god.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Blood Dancer caused multiple planet-wide genocides as he perfected his insane technology.
Do your job.
So have we.
So true.
There are always sacrifices for progress, Investigator.
What are your sacrifices?
A personal
I
question.
really am asking her a personal
Yeah.
question. Damn.
Oh my god.
Can I ask you a personal question, Architect?
No.
Oh, she's answering it still.
Every day we make micro choices about how we live. Each one bears the weight of our vision for our own future. Is doing this going to better realize my goal? No. Should I do it? Even though it is more beneficial to the world or loved ones, can I live with the consequences?
Sorry.
That sounds grave.
Craft is its own reward.
Individual consequences do not have to be life-altering. They all add up, though.
We have achieved perfection.
Please, go and enjoy the island Lady Love Dies. Through it, you may learn more about yourself.
Glad to be back.
Thank you for your time, Architect. Huh. Huh.
I like how they avoid the Igor by just inverting the colors. It makes it look less yucky. Thoughts on that?
I don't know what to think about that. It's just fascinating.
Okay.
It does.
It just seems to have provoked thought in you, and I'm curious.
Yeah, like it,
I'm curious, like what I can't think of what it's making you think about.
it really checks out with what I know of Carmelina. Mm-hmm. And the fact, like, she put demons in the concrete.
She did do that.
She did put demons in the concrete. It does check out that she's willing to make questionable ethical choices in the pursuit of her art.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just looked over and I just saw Nia.
Oh yeah,
and then-
Nia and the dinosaur. Yeah, I noticed that a few days ago, and I thought it was. It's not intentional, but it's very cute.
It is.
I have a figure of Nia Teplin from Gurren Lagann, and also a little like felted dinosaur, and they're perfectly positioned on my desk so that it looks like they're like bumping noses or kissing.
Yeah.
It's very cute. And it's not like that on purpose, but they just like ended up that way as I was like moving stuff around at some point.
They're gossiping. They're giggling.
Yeah, but it's very cute. So because like Nia's positioned, so she's like leaning forward a little bit.
They're friends.
They're friends.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, that just completely derailed me because I was
I
like,
understand.
"Aw."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just like it says a lot about just Carmelina, who she is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's a murderer, though. Of least the council.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's
She's not a very nice person.
She's made a sacrifice of Grace bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know what the fuck to think about entirely about that.
Yeah, the Grace Bloodlines murder is complicated. I think it was like that when I visited and I loved it. I may also have made it up in my mind. I think that you might be correct, Grace. I said a few days, but I don't think that's true. I think it has been quite a bit longer. I would believe that was the case when you visited.
Oh.
Cringe.
I don't think I've actually done a lot of running around up here.
You haven't. There's quite a few places you haven't done a lot of running around. You can do whatever you want forever.
I'm always running out of time.
You're not, is the thing.
I'm just being dramatic.
Yeah, what? What's this? Oh, it's the library. You've already looked, I think, in here. Because this was where there was, like, the forbidden archive.
Steppy, steppy, steppy.
I do like the footstep Foley. It's nice.
Okay, I would like some guidance for places I should check out.
Okay. How... I want to be, like, as specific or vague as you would like me to be. How, like, do you want me to just straight up tell you exactly where to go for some things? Do you want me to give you, like, a region? How precise do you want my guidance to be?
I would like it to be precise enough so that I'm not guessing about what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay.
One second, there's a crest over there.
Yeah. Nice. There is something... Grace, tell me if I'm misremembering. There's something underneath this syndicate building, kind of near the water, I think, that we haven't found.
Oh. Like over here?
Vaguely, although you're gonna fall in the water, I think. But I feel like there's something... Okay, yeah, you're not far. Okay, yes, I am remembering correctly per Grace. So, yeah, it's kind of, like... near-ish where you're like, if I may also give a precise enough suggestion for after. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. I'm terrible at navigating this place.
So you kind of want to be like underneath where you currently are, like down more where like the rocks are, because I think it's kind of down that way. I unfortunately don't remember precisely where it is, but I can tell you it is like under the kind of syndicate building on some ronks somewhere around here, because I'm don't believe that we've found there's like something around here to find.
It's the fucking light.
T for torch, because they're British.
Fuck, I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
Someone's been littering. Maybe not. This bottle has blood in it.
That's weird.
There are traces of the blood of every member of the council in here.
Hmm.
No fingerprints. A weird and suspicious thing to find.
That's it.
Above is the entrance to the council building where Akiko allegedly found Henry after the murder.
One moment. Get the
Ah!
fuck out of here with the cheap viewers. I don't think chat even saw that. But I did. Okay, we're good.
Judge said Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach. If he is being framed, this is a good way of getting it into him. They put it in a baby bottle.
Oh, Grace, I don't even think it's that we were too quick. It's that the message appeared with a thing saying likely ban evader, comma, restricted, which I think means that, like, we would have to approve the message for it to even appear to greater chat. They, like, only showed it to me. But, yeah, Grace did not find this evidence. This was the one piece of evidence that she didn't find in her own playthrough.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did someone do the murder, then take blood from each victim, bottle it, and force Henry to imbibe it?
Curious. I think there is one more thing somewhere around here that can be found. Grace, am I remembering that correctly? I don't know how near it is to here, but I think there is something else that's like under the Syndicate HQ. Oh, I think it's kind of off to the where you were just looking.
Hmm? Like,
yes, in this like general direction, a little bit to the right, kind of. I think maybe. Am I insane?
I see a square. That might just be a blood crystal, though. Oh, it's a whiskey. Oh, no.
Secret third thing.
This knife is inscribed with, "Always yours, Sammy baby." It must belong to Lydia. There's no blood on it. Probably washed away in the last high tide.
I need to investigate this.
The blade is damaged, though. It has nicks along it. Shame. This was a nice knife once. That damaged grate is on the balcony right above here. Was this knife used to open it?
May not have wanted to find this one.
Girl! Lydia!
Yeah, so that doesn't look great.
Lydia!
I think those are the only two things in this, Those are the only two things that I recall that were right under the Syndicate building.
Lydia!
Yeah.
Okay, you suggest to go to a place, Grace?
Yeah, Grace, did you have thoughts on where to next?
On the suspicious stone obelisk, not obelisk beach. Stone sculpture beach.
I know that there is like one more somewhere in the general like syndicate area. I know of one more piece of evidence that's not like huge, but probably is worth picking up.
Fourth island sequence. We understand. Communing with the gods lets the alien devils in. They rot our islands and condemn us to failure. We must never speak to them. Some do not obey the law.
Oh, you can walk through that. That's crazy.
Because I've been training Love Dies with the wet boots.
Oh yeah, you were saying look for nightmare computers. I think we've done all the nightmare computers. Check your AR vision.
Yeah?
Yes. Okay.
At least we've done all of the ones that I've found.
Yes, and I don't think there's more. So I think we're good on that front.
Go, go, style!
Go style. Yeah, one thing that may be worth picking up is kind of out. It's like in the general area of like when you're out in front of Syndicate HQ and there's like vaguely near where Carmelina is. I can probably direct you to something from there. From what I remember, because it's like around, I think it's like nearish the crime scene, which is nearish Syndicate HQ. I'm bad at precise directions. I remember regions more than anything. Okay. Kind of leftwards. More leftwards. Check out behind this building that you're right next to.
Ah, motherfucker.
Ah, that's a nightmare computer? Wild.
Fuck, not worship. I hate worship.
Fuck worship.
Fuck worship. All my homies hate worship.
I don't think those... Yeah, this one's a little... I mean, like, this one's a little esoteric to even stumble into. And it's also, like, I would not say that it's huge, but it's good to have.
Fuck.
But yeah, a lot of people miss this one.
Can't forget their funny hats.
It's got the pillars with the funny hats. And that's just the pillars with the funny hats.
We always love pillars with funny hats.
Is that? Yeah, it always looks bigger.
Yeah, I was
In
just
that
like, that's
one.
too big. That can't be it.
Yeah, no, I feel like I got fucked up by that one a lot. That seems regular.
Looks like something or someone has been dragged through this shed. And this looks like human waste? A couple of days old at most.
Someone was in here for a while.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from the barracks recently. Were they in this shed? Did she, like, kill them in here? Or is that shit stains? Is that... Because they said human waste.
That is shit stains.
Oh.
So they were kept in here seemingly for a while. Is there anything up that ladder?
Yeah, I haven't gone up here. Huh.
That was a genuine question. I'm not even like trying to lead you. I'm just like, what up here? Under the red crest? You gotta be close to being able to finish that HQ puzzle. I think you get 2 blood crystals from that HQ puzzle too. What are you trying to do?
Can I get in here?
In the yeah.
Citizen services. Okay.
Oh, right, because only Syndicate could get through the main gate, so they have
Mm.
the fucking cage for where the citizens can go to citizen services.
Where is that fucking HQ puzzle?
Under the HQ. You're walking towards it. Fuck.
I'm
It's like
missing
one or two more.
One fucking crest.
That's wretched.
Okay. Any more places I should check out?
I don't think in this immediate vicinity.
Oh, I do need to talk to Jazz Doom again. Let's see if
Yeah.
I can jump onto his boat.
Grace, is there anything that you
Fuck.
can think of that... Because, Grace, I know that you and I know one thing. Aside from that, is there anything else that you can think of? Just before that... Because I can't... I think we've got most stuff at this juncture.
Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst?
Can't say I did. They're pretty unusual.
What do you know about a photo taken of Grace's throat during your examination?
I took photos, but they were confiscated by Akiko. Classified or whatever.
I found one on the Marshall server.
Oh, there's like one thing I'm thinking of but I can't remember where it is. I'll look into that.
Here. Can I get your opinion on it? The bruising on the throat looks odd.
That's because the fingers that did it aren't uniform. In normal strangulation bruising, you can see areas of pressure from the fingertips and the knuckles. The pressure on these is misaligned. This is normally because the attacker is wearing jewelry, specifically in this case a ring on their wedding ring finger.
Impressive that he's able to figure that out specifically. What
Well,
about...
I mean, if you saw an area of increased pressure in like a rectangular shape right here, you
I
might
just-
conjecture.
Yeah, but I'm just like, huh, damn. What about power armor?
No, the gauntlets on the Marshal's power armor are gloves with armor plates on the top of the hands.
Who wears a wedding ring?
Or wore a wedding ring. This was 10 years ago.
Okay, so Carmelina fucking strangled Grace bloodlines.
So it would seem.
Huh?
There's a fucking... Oh, okay, wait, I might...
Woo! A lot of questions.
Couple
sir.
of questions!
Doc, the third holy seal is a blood lock coded to council blood.
Makes sense.
Who's got council blood?
Investigator.
This is a trick question, Loved Eyes. Only the Council.
What if that wasn't true?
Are you asking if someone secretly has Council blood? That's a stretch, Loved Eyes.
What about you? Do you keep samples of council blood?
I do for medical reasons. They're locked down, though.
Could someone have taken one?
Grange.
They're under high security.
The investigator is here.
Anything suspicious recently?
Nope.
Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't be in there recently?
I'm a professional.
Nope. Although I did catch Sam in there. He was just picking up his prescription, though.
Motherfucker!
Although he does have a prescription.
Can you check that? Can you check that the council blood samples are all accounted for?
Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app is taking ages to load.
This is so real.
Yeah. That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off.
Whose sample is missing?
Kafka Memories.
Sammy boy, you lied to me.
Got it.
There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the blood lock.
I had no idea.
This is bad, Love Dice.
Test me.
You don't need to tell me. This puts you and or Sam at the scene.
I had nothing to do with this.
A blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic.
Snooping as usual, Sammy boy.
Sammy boy was snooping as usual. Maybe he took the sample and used it?
You've got this wrong.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't me.
Why don't we know who Henry's father is?
Theoretically.
You mean why wasn't that tracked like every other birth?
Yes, you're the doctor after all.
When she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was.
What about DNA?
The test came up blank.
I don't like
Isn't that
this.
concerning?
Very. Not a lot I can do, though.
What the hell?
Why would a DNA test come up blank?
He's got no DNA. We missed someone and don't have them recorded. I don't think this is important, Love Dice. I'm not sure how this relates to the council murder.
Investigator.
What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret?
Why would they do that?
Someone having an affair they shouldn't be?
It's a possibility, but they'd need some high-level clearance for that.
Or access to you?
That's quite the accusation, investigator.
Do you give Sam blood?
Yes, I do. He has a rare condition. You might have noticed he has no flesh and his skeleton is bright red.
No, I didn't notice.
I don't see flesh. The council approved letting him have citizen blood that is led in the temple. He developed this condition a few sequences ago. I suspect his body is starting to give out.
I think Ice Kiwami is Henry's father.
What?
The blood samples match.
This is bad.
The only place you could have got a sample of Kiwami's blood is from his grave. You broke into my best friend's grave to get a blood sample? You desecrate the resting place of someone I consider a brother to run around with some conspiracy theory? We're done here. I like you, investigator, and I'll help you with any genuine lines of inquiry you have, but I won't tolerate this.
No.
Sam, you look different. Is it the hair?
Know anything about demons on the island?
Why?
What are you talking about, Love Dice? The marshals killed them all, didn't they? Okay, I found the thing that I didn't know how to find.
Mm-hmm.
So, go to the crime scene.
Which one?
Sorry, you're right. The one, like, on the entry into the council building. The, like, the marshals, I should say. Well, you know what I mean. I'm directing you to actually another piece of evidence that is very commonly missed.
Okay, that's...
It's like entrance to the council building,
Okay.
which I think is... I think you were just facing it.
Oh. The hydrangeas are a bit too tall, and it makes it very easy to get lost
Yes,
here.
that is correct. Yeah, I think it's this way. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna head up the ramp. But you're not gonna go inside the building. What you're gonna do is you're gonna turn left. Nope, go back. Turn to your right. Now take a little walk.
This is Ice Kiwami's apartment. The bio in Starlight for him says that he took his own life. Unheard of for a council member. Was he hiding something?
Nah.
Girl, we know. The records of 2 births. The names are redacted. The births occurred a couple of years apart. The first one was 27 years ago. 2 of them.
2 of them. With redacted birth records.
Carmelina disappeared 25 years ago.
She did. Because 27 years old, Henry's 27. So we can...
Yeah, I can guess that one.
Pretty safe. They were a few years apart. A couple years apart. Some unspecified number of
Hey
not very many years apart.
Henry, you have a half sibling. Damn, Kiwami, you got around.
Yeah, not one but two.
2 of them Tuesday, Friday.
2 of them Tuesday, Friday.
What are tampered birth records doing in the apartment of a council member that took his own life? If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is a big stinking clue about something. There's
Two of them!
2 of them.
She said it.
The investigator is here.
Who tampered with them?
Probably no one.
Whose children were being hidden? I remember I went around this entire fucking building,
You did.
but
Up top.
didn't get to this one.
No, you didn't because you were higher up. You were not on that particular
Fuck, I'm so mad at myself.
for falling.
No, for not getting that beforehand.
Yeah, but you didn't. You weren't there. You were on a totally different like rung of concrete.
I know, but I'm mad that I was on the wrong rung of concrete.
I encouraged you. You got like a blood crystal out of it, I think.
Yeah. I'm mad.
All right. We're at the juncture where there might be like a couple other small things that I'm forgetting that I will maybe be able to remember after the fact, but I think we're at a point where maybe we grab ourselves a quick break and then I show you where you can use the pile bunker gauntlets.
Yes.
So we can get a little drink and a snack and then we'll punch something. How's that sound?
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. Are you winning? Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's just like I should go hang out with Crimson for break. Then I was
Just like go chill with her in the
Yeah.
sewers.
Hey girl.
You gotta find her first.
Yeah. I always know where she is.
I wish there was just like, I can't find just like a list of all stuff in Paradise Killer. That's all I want is just I want a list of every piece of evidence and where to find it. And I have really struggled to find something like that. Just so that I can check that we've like gotten everything. But I mean, you'll kind of know based on like Starlight will have like once you have all the evidence, Starlight will not have any more like leads for you to look into, and all the evidence you have will be sorted. And at that point, like it'll be possible to have missed like 1 or 2 tiny things, like you know, like I think Grace finished the game with complete confidence, but didn't have like the bottle of blood. But it's like, you know, by the time you've like dealt with everything, you can kind of assume that there was a bottle of blood, that sort of thing. So, yeah. But yeah, shall we grab ourselves a little break and then we'll have some fun?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Mysteries are revealed. All right, see y'all soon. Hi. I remembered one more little piece of evidence that we're gonna find before we punch something. So, perks up like dog at menu sounds. Yeah. Adrian was trying to release the mouse from full screen. Oh yeah, Crimmy probably has some stuff to chat about.
Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst?
Not down here. Those are very rare, lady. If he's using that as an alibi, you need to be skeptical.
Who could modify birth records on the island?
What kind of modification?
Redactions, screw up the identifiers.
Doomjazz is the one that fills in and signs off on the birth records. If it was done at the time, it would have been him.
Doesn't add up.
Have you got the redacted records?
Jealous.
Cecil, don't play with silverware. Curious how you have them and I don't.
I poked around in an apartment.
Money.
Don't be coy. She has a line! If you want, help tell me more. Sorry, Crimson Acid has a voice line that's don't be coy.
Yeah. I thought you were yelling
Sorry,
at me for
no.
a second. I was like, what did I
No,
do?
sorry. I'm sorry. I was just. If you want help, tell me more.
Eyes Kiwami.
Well, there's the link. Him and Doomjazz are tighter than tight. If Eyes put his dick where he shouldn't have and needed to hide it, Doomjazz could have helped.
Eyes put his dick.
If Eyes put his dick,
Sure.
Is there a way I can prove who tampered with the records?
not likely.
Why did Eyes take his own life?
I see your train of thought.
Who knows?
We don't know. He jumped from the roof of the HQ.
Foul play.
No, there were witnesses.
The
Surely have some suspicious.
I think he made some mistakes and realized how much trouble he was going to be in. I think he had let too many secrets slip and been in too many people. There are only so many indiscretions you can hide. And if you want some free advice, don't talk to Doomjazz about this. He owed Eyes his life and he won't appreciate you prying.
I've
I have
realized
a
that.
bad feeling about
I have a
this.
job to do.
I know. It's just advice. Witnesses, is the name becoming popular?
Yes, it was the most popular name of Island 24.
And
May your journey be endless.
may you reach the moon. Thanks, Crimmy.
Thanks, Creamy. I love you. Mwah.
Okay. So for the evidence that there is to find, that's a TV.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw the Nightmare Computer logo.
It
for a
did,
second,
yeah.
and it's like, what?
Yeah, well, it's because it's the Syndicate logo. You're gonna want to head to the Agri Fields. Which I think is about as far from here as can possibly be.
I'm gonna find about Sam and Lydia's secret beach dates.
Yep.
I can find better. I can find somewhere else.
God forbid you spend one of your 22 blood crystals.
I'm this wealthy because I'm cheap.
You're gonna need to spend like 2 ever at this point.
I don't have my full Red Crest collection. I can't make it. I can't undo.
I can't tell you where the last red crest is.
Oh my god, I'm fucking ruined.
I just in the sense that like I could look at all the locations and we could fucking process of elimination it if you want to hate yourself. But I mean the red crests do appear on Meditate if you really wanted to, and I think they're all in the general area if you were desperate for those 2 blood crystals. But more importantly, so what you want to do is not stare at a poster of Crimson. You want to keep heading in the direction that you're heading, I think. And you want to just kind of search around the like coastline, like the beach that's in this. Oh yeah.
Some kind of message in a bottle. Let's see.
Whoa, this is just like
Oh my god. These seem to be lyrics. The theme of the song appears to be doing anything you can to leave your home and get away. Breaking the cycle, finding something new, going on a shopping spree, never coming back. Signed by The Daybreaks. Lydia and Sammy sound like they're unhappy here. Maybe they're looking for a way out of the syndicate. Well, I found the thing that was that was them hanging out in the beach.
yippee. Actually, can you look at your leads again quick? Okay. Yeah, I think we're in good shape.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, there is a non-zero chance that there is some small thing that we have missed or I have forgotten. But we can cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm confident that we have like the vast majority of stuff, if not all of it. So now, pile bunker gauntlets.
Pile bunker gonkies.
You're gonna want to go to the Syndicate graveyard where our friend Grace is.
Hi, Lydia. I'm so sorry.
You had it. Syndicate Graveyard. That's you! Sicko windowing some hyacinths. Exactly. Now,
She's kind of doing the sicko window pose.
she kind of is, yeah, but in like elegantly. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Sicko windowing, looking at the undulating hydrangeas.
now walk in the direction that you're facing. And just like look around. Stay on this like platform of grass. Just look around. Just explore this platform of grass.
Ass.
Ass. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the final really.
You got a fist.
Jesus. Adrian.
What?
I'm just
Am I Clavier? Am I Christophing this?
a little bit. Here's what I'll tell you. I told you earlier that it might be fun to look for blood crystals around here in an effort to get you to stumble upon this organically. And Adrian, you walked within 6 inches of it. It was on the screen and you didn't look at it, is what I'll say. I'll say that you walked right by the thing that I want you to find earlier. It's not here! It's on the grass! I promise you! I saw it! You saw it!
Is it this?
Yes. Yeah.
If you're wondering what I meant by am I Christoph,
Yes.
when we played Ace Attorney for Apollo Justice, near the end of the game, there's
There's this bitch named Kristoff.
There's this bitch named Kristoff, and you have to do this examination of him. And we spent like 10 minutes.
Yes. Characters have tells when they lie, is kind of the premise of the game. And, his tell is really obvious, because first of all, when you're looking for characters' tells, the first thing you do is you look at the eyes, you look at the hands. I said this up top. I said it's gotta be the eyes or the hands. And it still took us like 10 minutes to find his tell, which was on his hand.
Yeah, because we were looking
Very
at
prominently.
his whole hand was animated, so we were looking at
his fingers.
and how he was adjusting his glasses, and that's what we thought that the tell was, because that was clever and makes sense.
Yes.
The actual tell was an evil fucking shadow skull.
Yeah.
Fucking manifests on the back of his hand when he lies.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like he has like tense veins or something.
No, I think he
or
has a
his, like-
scar.
Oh, yeah, fucking whatever. Evil Shadow Skull.
They're stupid evil. It's the dumbest tell in the whole fucking game.
Yeah, and our dear friend Danica was watching the streams at that time and has gone on the record as saying that she was yelling at the screen like it was like Blue's Clues, you know? And I just want you to know, I know what she felt.
I am downright amazed at what I can destroy with some pile bunker goblins.
So true.
Hole.
I'm
downright amazed.
What the hell?
Use the redacted to open the redacted.
Who the fuck are you?
Mother?
No, you are not.
Oh no, he's voicing for me. Thanks, man.
That's weird.
Who are you?
That's weird. Secret Italian. A child born into darkness, born never to be known.
Who is your mother?
Corridor lane.
He is so quiet.
That's strange.
Corridor lady? Who's that? What corridor?
The classic tells someone is lying. Sweating, stammering, fidgeting, the skull.
Yeah.
Built into the fabric, the corridors.
Sure.
Why are you here?
I thought I escaped. You cannot escape blood.
Nanny, the hell?
Appropriate reaction.
That's a gunshot wound. But we need to get you treated.
Heyo, gunshot wound. No, I failed.
They want me dead.
Who shot you?
Who wants you dead?
Mother and the man.
Sissel, what the fuck are you doing?
He's being a sicko. I don't know.
Investigator is here.
Who's the man?
Sometimes a friend, sometimes not.
Don't.
Why do they want you dead? What did you fail at?
My death.
Am I gonna have to hang out with this guy?
I have a bad feeling.
Was your destiny killing the council?
Sissel reacting to the secret Italian. Are the council the dead people in the room? You probably
Yes.
said that.
Then yes, he shot me.
He's like really voice acted. I killed them. My knife danced. The room became red. I wasn't the only monster in the room. It wasn't supposed to be there.
That's weird.
What do you mean?
See the lines that were hidden.
I made this. She thinks I didn't. I know more than she thinks. See the lines that were hidden.
There is no room in paradise for me.
You need to see why.
You're going to die if you don't get treated.
Life has been bad. I shouldn't have been born.
I like your fancy little suit.
Yeah.
Your hair fucking sucks, though.
I always parse them as jammies.
No, don't.
Really good read.
He slit his throat.
Got it.
Just perfect.
Sure.
I really worry you. What the hell is going on here? I gotta take a blood sample at least.
Cool.
Blood sample is in the database, but there's a hit on some of the DNA. What the hell? This blood has Carmelina's DNA. It's not her blood, but it could be her offspring. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Dainonigate.
Dainonigate, her child?
The investigator is
The
here.
sample matches the one used to open the third seal bloodlock last night. That puts him in the penthouse at the time of the murder. How many fucking conspiracies were there to fucking kill the council? How many fucking people were trying? Would anyone else like to come out for trying to kill the council? Doom Jazz, were you also trying to kill the council? Crimson S, would any other council members like to come forward?
You murdered the council, he murdered the council, it murdered the council, I murdered the council.
Would any other fucking council murderers like to come forward?
Okay, so how do you fit him into this right now?
I'm gonna need to finish looking around the room
Okay.
before I can.
I think that's fair.
Say on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Nanny, the hell?
Oh, how'd you know? Ice Kiwami's blood matches Dainonigate's. Me, Carmelina, and Ice Kiwami had a kid together.
I don't like this.
Daddy's boy got through the bloodlock because he had council blood. This probably means that one of the tampered birth records I found in Kiwami's apartment relates to Dainonigate.
That's it.
Is this what happened during Carmelina's isolation 25 years ago? Did she hide away while she had a child?
That's weird.
Or some kind of strange flesh fused to his body? What is this?
Oh,
Is this the flesh from crying George that Carmelina fused with someone? Is this used to get through the fourth holy seal? He has a knife. It's a perfect blade. It's covered in blood. Starlight can analyze it. His own blood and all of the council members. Is this the murder weapon?
what the hell?
There's no blood on here that matches the marshals guarding the council building. The blade is perfect as well. It wouldn't have caused the ragged gashes in their throats. Somehow he got to the council without going through the guards. The knife matches the lacerations on the council murder victims.
I have a bad
The
feeling.
Nonigate's gunshot wound came from Montserrat's gun. His blood matches the gunshot splatter in the penthouse.
The investigator.
The Nonigate broke into the council penthouse, started attacking, and Montserrat shot him. The Nonigate fled here. His blood matches the blood trail that ended at the wall, which answers the who, but not the what the hell. We need to find out more about this guy.
The who done it, the how done it, the why done it, and the what the hell. That's how I feel trying to figure out Higurashi.
Flat.
Yeah, he's real flat.
Oh, they changed his face.
Well, he's dead. Women hate how little it takes for us to be happy. He's out of blood, don't be mean to him.
The secret killer hidden in the depths of paradise. I do so love these islands. The key Dainonigate gave me fits into this lock.
He was born in a wet cardboard box. So it would seem!
It seems like he was born in a hard, cold, concrete cage.
Oh, yes, Grace, I will do that. Finish this dialogue.
Okay. May as well tumble down the rabbit hole.
Don't go through yet.
These islands are so weird. What's behind door number 1?
Oh, it forces you? We can go back.
That's strange.
Hidden corridors. Where am I? These corridors can't be attached to where I found Dainonigate. That was on the edge of a cliff. Starlight doesn't know where I am. Dainonigate said his mother is the corridor lady. The blood test confirmed his mother is Carmelina. Did she make these?
Got it.
Looks like there are several portals to elsewhere. Couple seems to go to the syndicate apartments, including to where I presume is Witness's balcony. Always gets the biggest balcony so he can watch the island's end. One portal looks like it goes to the lobby of the council building. The other is different. Looks like an amateur job that's punched through into these corridors. Does that one bypass the seals somehow?
Okay, wait, turn around real quick and go back through the door you just came in.
I'm not gonna go through any of these. I just want to look at this fucked up room.
Okay. Carmi, did you make magic murder tunnels? Turn to... Well, I can't tell you which way to turn if you keep moving. Turn to your right. Walk forward. Where's the ladder you came in on?
I didn't come in on a ladder.
Wait, what the fuck? Grace, what are we looking for?
I
where?
dropped
I
down
thought
here.
there was a ladder. Am I crazy? Okay, that's a whole other thing then. Grace and I found something interesting and that's fucking crazy.
What?
There was a ladder when we looked at this at a different point.
What the fuck?
Because there was a ladder with a little sticky note on it with a kiss mark on it. And we were trying to figure out, we were like, is that a note from mommy? did Carmelina leave him a little note with a kiss on it? But there was a ladder. Oh, is it exclusive?
Also,
because
hello, new person.
Yes, hi, new person. Sorry, we were in the middle of doing something. Grace, I have a theory as to why that's exclusive. That we can discuss when the time comes. That's wild. Anyway, sorry about that.
Did I miss something? Did I fuck up?
You didn't. You didn't at all. Grace and I did something really stupid that you're not supposed to do. But something is different in this room if you do the really stupid thing, which means that they put in an edge case for that. No, you didn't do a single thing wrong. So it's okay. I thought that was gonna be there. It didn't occur to me that it wouldn't be there, but I think I understand why. but it has nothing to do with anything. It's literally so unimportant. We just thought it was funny that there was a sticky note with a kiss on it, implying that his mommy left him a note about how much she loves him or whatever.
I don't think
In
she
his
loves
in
him.
his torture basement.
This corridor isn't letting me through. Looks like it goes to a syndicate apartment. Probably Carmelina's. That would explain how she accessed the corridors.
Got it.
She can visit Dainoni Gate's little lair anytime she needed to. This is so messed up. I feel so vindicated in my being like, I don't know if she's up to anything, but the fact that I don't know anything about her makes me incredibly suspicious.
Of Carmelina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I kept being like, I don't have any evidence against her, but the fact that I don't have any evidence against her was suspicious in itself.
Yeah.
I kept going on about that.
You did. You did.
This is the entrance to the council building. It takes seconds to get here from Dainoni Gate's vault.
Sure.
Dainoni Gate referred to his mother as the corridor lady. His blood proves that Carmelina is his mother.
There's like 3 conspiracies and Yuri's is the shittiest. If I just turn off my phone, my plan is foolproof.
Literally! It's just like, Carmelina weaponized a fair child she had.
Uh-huh.
Because she was still
Literally
married.
locked him in a bunker with only weapons and like a training dummy for 25 years.
And made teleport portals for him.
Yeah.
Witness got a bunch of people in on it and got a fucking secret demon and all that kind of shit. It doesn't seem they coordinated their murder conspiracies because they're too divorced.
Well, yeah, they're 2 divorced and it seems kind of redundant. So...
It's like, why would I involve my bitch ex
yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
I love it how they also both ended up using each other as alibis.
Kinda, yeah. I think that was probably... I suspect that was deliberate on at least one of their parts.
Yeah, that was deliberate on Carmelina's part, because I know Witness said that he was surprised that Carmelina came to visit him.
Yeah, and Carmelina said he seemed kind of annoyed. Probably because he had shit to do.
Yeah, Witness wanted to be able to do his murder conspiracy without anyone being there, and Carmelina just wanted to get herself a pretty little alibi.
Yeah. You now know she put her son under rocks, which is normal to do. Forced to live in cement when he was 6.
And then there's fucking Yuri who's just like, well, if I go up there, it'll work out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I don't even think he had anything to get through the God Seal. I think he was just like, oh, it's broken.
Well, how was he found just outside the thing?
I think it was broken by the time that he got there.
Okay.
I think he managed to get as far as he did by dumb fucking luck.
That's so beautiful. I am busy with normal things, ex-wife. You're always doing this.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I always love to hang out with you at the end of the island when nothing bad's going to happen.
They're both just trying so hard to act normal, act natural.
Wow. Someone wow, the Ava voice is really appropriate now.
I'm making a smug
Weaponizing your
face.
child to achieve your ambitions.
Whoa! A little bit. Little bit.
Your ambitions of power, of wanting power.
She really wants to be the leader, but she's not permitted because of circumstances outside her control.
So she uses...
But she gets to be acting leader for now.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even remove his stupid evidence flowers. He literally wore his fuck-ass hat that sheds petals everywhere.
God, I want to accuse Yuri so bad just because it would be really fucking funny. But I can't.
Sad.
Can we execute him anyways, just for funsies? I think it'll be a really good way to, like, bring down the tension. Is if we, like, tar and feathered him. And then, like... What's the thing? Quartering?
Drawing and quartering?
Yeah, drawing and quartering.
When were you type of the horses or whatever?
Yeah, let's draw
let
a
'em
quarter
run.
him. I think it'll be a really fun activity for everyone. Right. I think it's safe to Carmelina Tristan.
Carmelina Tristan makes some sick closed room murders. She's got those GOP powers.
Time to commit super murder in my fingerprint hat.
God.
I think it's safe to assume that she made these corridors. She's the architect after all. The corridors skip sections of space and allow the user to cross the island in an extremely short span of time. Dainoni Gate said he'd been trained to kill. Did Carmelina hide him and use these corridors to get him to the council to commit murder last night? The corridor that Dainoni Gate used to escape back to his hideaway, it wasn't the same as the others.
That's it.
Maybe Dainoni Gate inherited his mother's architecture powers and created it himself. Why didn't Carmelina just make a corridor that bypassed the
The
seals?
investigator is here.
The council kept the seals a mystery to her. If she doesn't know what they are, she probably couldn't build a corridor to a location she doesn't know.
And she still has Lydia drive her around.
Carmelina and Witness were together at the time of the murder. There's a 5-minute window when Witness stepped out to his balcony to take a call from Akiko.
That's it.
Carmelina could have used that time to travel through one of these corridors, get to Dainoni Gate, and take him to the council building. Trials are going to be exciting. I'll go to that one last.
The one that it's obviously trying to get you to go through? Mm-hmm. Fair.
Another weird door. This one leads to Witness's apartment. A network of secret corridors across the island that contained a hidden killer. Did Carmelina set up this plan years ago? It's nearly a perfect plan. If the judge hadn't summoned me, she might have gotten away with it. She could still get away with it if I don't present the right evidence. This is a bizarre case. Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
I wish I could just be like, hey, did you know about the extra dimensional hole in your house? I really wish I could just say that. Carmelina was in your apartment all last night, right? What about when you stepped out to take a call?
I didn't see her out on my balcony. I was over there. I stepped out using my sliding door.
So if Carmelina had left by the front door, you wouldn't have seen her?
I wouldn't. I also didn't hear the elevator, so if she did leave my apartment, she would have only been out here.
Did you hear the elevator every time I have come to speak to you?
Now that you present that question to me, I am surprised to say that I didn't. I put it down to exhaustion. I haven't slept. Why are you asking?
I'm working on a lead. Hey, do you know there's an extra dimensional hole in your house? Fuck. Sorry. I slightly moved stuff.
Oh, fuck. What did you move?
The red thing.
Yeah, but nothing's visibly different. Okay.
I think it was just maybe like...
It was probably like a display that's not actually in use. So it's fine.
Anyways, bye! No, that's right next to the elevator. So now I think my big question is, what fucking killed the council first?
Yeah! Yeah, that's kind of an interesting one.
It's like, whose murder plan went off without a hitch?
I mean, so Dainoni Gate claims that it was him. Mm-hmm. But I think there's also blood on the dead killer demon's claws.
Mm-hmm. But they also, I think Love Dice also mentioned the knife wounds match?
The knife wounds match the dead killer demon's claws, but they also match Dainoni Gate has a clean knife. Mm-hmm. She basically said that, like, the wounds would be consistent with either of those. Because when we saw the dead killer demon, she was also like, that would match. These claws are like perfect knives. Mm-hmm. So the actual wounds seem to be consistent with either of them.
Yeah, this is a really funny murder.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, whose conspiracy was it?
Yeah.
Not Yuri's, of course. I'm guessing he probably had a fucking pocket knife or some shit.
A little fucking, like, switchblade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the whole
I'm gonna
council with
fucking
this.
get him. Or maybe he had a gun because he was like, killing people with a knife is
Undignified.
undignified. And we wouldn't need to look for a murder weapon because I'm assuming he just, since he never used it, he never got rid of it.
Who's to say?
That corridor was different. It looks amateurish. This bypasses the seals. Conspiracy crafted from the fabric of the island. Did Carmelina's hidden killer commit the crime to end all crimes?
So remember when there was blood that just went into the wall?
So Australia is away from the council pencil. I know whose blood it is.
Sure.
Yes, we do have VODs on YouTube. They are... My YouTube channel is Finally Edged Lemon, same as this. I keep VODs in... The videos themselves are unlisted, but I have public playlists of all the shit that we've done. So the previous parts of this, there is a chance that I haven't got... No, I've gotten around to part 4.
I haven't checked.
I have.
Okay.
So yes, the previous parts should all be
Is the
on
playlist
YouTube.
into the right order now?
I fixed it.
Okay. Just making sure I asked because I forgot about it this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, no, I fixed it. But yes.
I think our last episode was
Last episode was Cranking It Thrice with the
Okay.
Crimson Acid thumbnail.
Thank God. Thank God for the Crimson Acid up thumbnail.
Yeah, I was delighted to find that I had that option. So, yes.
You were using the fillet knife from his kitchen knife one because it looked the coolest.
Credible. Believable.
Yeah, I believe that. He has kitchen knives, but he never uses them.
Yeah.
He's like the fanciest kitchen
Oh,
knives.
yeah. The ones that
But
you're
he
supposed
doesn't-
to use for, like, highly specific dishes.
He has never used any of them.
Yeah.
Hello.
He has all those fancy knives, but he's still, like, if he has to cut bread, he uses a fucking chef's knife.
And he cuts it badly.
He uses, like, a butcher's cleaver.
And he
Well,
does-
yes, you would cut it badly with that sort of
Yeah,
knife.
but he cuts it extra badly.
Yeah.
I think he's
Would you like
tried
to advance the dialogue?
No. Dainonigate. So he was here last night. This corridor must be where Dainonigate escaped through. Who killed the killer demon?
I believe we have evidence of that around here.
I forgot.
Someone in here had a gun.
Oh yeah. How many? And then this is Dainonigate's blood.
You could probably look at the body again.
Data is here. Don't test me.
Yeah,
Full
he
of
fired
fire
the gun twice. We have a dead killer demon and a man who's been shot.
The blood matches Dainonigate's. He was here last night. Looks like Montserrat shot Dainonigate, presumably in defense. Maybe Dainonigate busted in here and started slicing, but Montserrat got a shot off before it was over.
What are your thoughts?
Dainonigate said he failed his destiny.
He did say that.
He said that he failed.
I do think it's funny that you can just kill a killer demon with a bullet. There's nothing implying it being, like, blessed, I think.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
I hope you
the
enjoy
VODs.
our VODs and me being gay. I don't know.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Yeah. I love you, Crimson Acid.
Real.
I understand them not making bespoke, unique art for all of the murdered council members, but I'm
Yeah.
a little bit sad about it.
Yeah. I think I at least killed some, since one was killed by surprise. And, like, per his own testimony, he said that he killed at least some people.
So both murder plots worked.
What a fucking coinky dink.
Can I accuse, like, both of them in the crime to end all crimes?
You'll have to find out when you go to trial. Curie doing the I Love Lucy thing of buying a pre-sliced charcuterie board and making a show of going into the kitchen with uncut cheese and salami. God. Real. Pink petals. Pink petals, Yuri boy.
How did this break?
That's a great question.
Too much god flesh going through it in a small amount of time. Meow.
I have to be honest, I don't know, and I think it's a contrivance so that you can go through.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'm genuinely not entirely sure, unless it happened when Dainonegate punched that corridor into existence. Because he did say he made a corridor that his mom didn't know about. Well, he was like, I made it, she doesn't know I made it. Which I believe was referring to that corridor that is specifically said to be amateurish in nature.
Skeet, skeet, skeet.
I like that they have one blood smear. It is straight up copy pasted, and I think that that's beautiful.
Hey, Carmelina, I have some bad news about your secret child. Your secret murder child.
Well, if she didn't know he made that corridor, was he supposed to get out?
Fuck, yeah.
It doesn't seem like there was a plan for him to leave. You can go through because the devs didn't want you to have to be mean to George. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be niceys to crying George. He's been through enough already.
He's crying enough.
He's crying. He's literally crying.
I hate that I got here and I just remembered the secret dungeon that they kept that one kid in and Tiny.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I got down here. It's like, this is the fucking, like, when they kept the kid for organ harvest.
Uru or whoever the fuck.
The organ harvesting orphan.
There's something a little Uru about this situation.
Yeah.
You know? It's not unlike that.
Yeah, but this is more interesting.
Yes. Oh, by far.
Because this one's dressed up like a gay little freak.
Yeah.
Uru
My
was
favorite
just
thing
wearing
about
a turtleneck.
What?
Or Uru is just wearing a turtleneck.
That's true. He doesn't have his Gucci suit.
Yeah. His Gucci pajamas.
His Gucci jammies. That's the thing. Officially, I think it is said to be a suit, but I'm like, that's jammies to me. He doesn't even have socks on.
He doesn't have shoes or anything.
He's not wearing a shirt under it.
Yeah,
did he kill the council barefoot? Kind of seems it.
The slap of his feet against the nice marble flooring.
Wretched.
Monster, the guy's like, who the fuck is running around barefoot in their HQ? That's why they opened the door for him.
Shinji suspecting wolves was a hint because his dogs are out.
I hate that.
God. My favorite moment in the short one gaming playthrough of this game is when they find this bunker for the first time and they say Dainonegate, and they both just yell at the top of their lungs, "There's a guy!" And then it is completely silent for 5 full seconds. And it makes me lose it every single time. You cannot exit that way.
Could you if there was the funny ladder?
Yes. So Grace and I suspect if you do something really stupid that I think I'll hold off till the end of the game to like fully explain it to you. But if you do something really dumb, you don't have access to the corridors. Mm-hmm. And so I think the devs put in a ladder so that you could get back out so you wouldn't soft lock yourself in that situation. It's like low percent, but even dumber. Grace, I really can't believe they accounted for that dumb shit we did. You having fun? What, like, leads do you have left? I guess it's probably just talking to people, largely, at this point, to be like, hey, what the fuck? Like, you probably have to confront Lydia about her knife, and Sam about the blood sample, and... I don't know. Are you looking for anybody in particular?
I'm running around.
Have fun.
Oh, I don't have this one. Find another phone. Fuck.
Are you winning?
Doesn't do anything to me. I'm too cool.
Handled it.
Hey, Carmel Donson.
Hey, Carmelina!
Oh,
Couple
wow.
of questions.
First time I'm able to get to her place normal style without
Yeah.
getting lost.
Yeah. Hey, Carmelina. So...
The sacrifices were murder? Were worth it?
So... Dainigate.
What would you do if... What if I said that there were secret trans
Yeah.
dimensional corridors crisscrossing the island?
I like that they don't hyphenate it, because there was a line earlier where Love Dice said Carmelina can create trans-dimensional corridors, and I also was just reading Carmelina can create trans.
Crash is its own reward.
I'd say that you spent too long in the scorching sun.
So you don't know anything about them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
To be clear, you are denying crafting secret corridors and hiding a killer within them?
Of course I am. That's totally unbelievable. I think you need a rest, investigator.
Love the
Her smile.
crime doesn't rest, so nor do I. Let's see you explain this away in the trials.
Explain what? A total fantasy.
We'll see. Love that how every other time we've brought up some bullshit, she's like, the real killer is Henry. Go do your job. And this time she's like, haha, you're crazy.
You're insane. That's absurd.
The fact that she's giggly through that.
Oh, yeah. Montserrat wasn't trying to kill him. It was just top surgery gone wrong. Same for the dead killer demon. Hey, Carmelina. Follow-up question.
Architect, when did your marriage with Witness end?
Why are you asking?
Working on something. I'll assume you'll cooperate.
About 9 years ago.
Got it.
And you are a wedding ring.
Of course. What is this about?
Thank you for your help.
Oh, I love you don't even tell her.
Yeah.
That's so good. Fun fact, there is an explicit contradiction there as far as when Carmelina and Witness got divorced that I think is an actual mistake.
Oh?
Because Witness says when Carmelina disappeared 25 years ago, they weren't married anymore at that time.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just an honest-to-God mistake.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't think that they accounted for... I don't know. I don't know what they fucked up, but they fucked up because they were divorced both more than 25 years ago and also 9 years ago.
They were separated 25 years ago.
That was Grace's theory, is that Witness starts counting from when they separated and Carmelina counts from when they formalized the divorce, but that does mean she was still wearing the wedding ring when they were separated. I guess that does check out because Witness is the one who ended it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A conspiracy crafted from the fabric of the island. Did Carmelina's hidden killer commit the crime to Dundle Crimes?
Those corridors don't exist. You're crazy. Corridors exist! They got married just to get divorced again. Hi, Nine.
Hi, Nine!
What an entry. Welcome in.
Okay, just a few. There's a few tabs left. I don't know what the fuck to do about this one.
I think that will resolve itself if you talk to people.
Okay.
I think all your current leads will resolve if you speak to people who have things to say to
Okay.
you.
Great. Speedrun strat.
Did I ever tell you that that's what I did immediately before I accidentally slept with Doom Jazz? that seconds beforehand, I had tried to jump on, because my strat for getting to Doom Jazz was usually to jump onto his dock from above, from like the Syndicate HQ. And I missed by like 3 inches and fell in the water. And so Love Dies drags herself out of the water, sopping wet. And in the conversation I had immediately after that, I accidentally had sex with Doom Jazz. And I think that that's such a beautiful tableau to imagine.
Where the fuck is Sam's bar?
I mean, you could go up to the opulent ziggurat and jump down from there. I feel like that's usually how you get there. The way you're supposed to go is you're supposed to go to the Mountain George and then take the elevator up. But you can also just jump from here. They divorced paperwork style first, then separated. You are not on the right side to go to Sammy Boy's bar.
Fuck. It's the other side, isn't it?
I think so. I hope you can get back up there.
If I can't, I'll just
Give up
cry
and die.
myself to, yeah, I'll just give up and die.
There he
we
is!
go!
There's Brian through the heart.
Sammy!
Hey, Sammy boy.
Sam Daybreak.
I think this is also the funniest spot possible to jump in general. Jump in general. Yeah. 9, there was a secret Italian.
Any idea why Lydia's knife is outside the penthouse?
No idea, LD. You're sure it's hers?
I don't.
It has an engraving from you.
Well, that is her knife. No idea why you found it here, though. Have you asked her about it?
Snooping as usual. What were you snooping as usual in Doom Jazz's clinic, Sam?
What do you mean, investigator?
Doom Jazz told me he'd seen you sneaking around his clinic.
We must all be deliberate with words, must we? I should say, not somebody who was secretly Italian. There was a whole Italian. To clarify. There was a whole guy who's secret, and he happens to be Italian. You know how it is. The wrong word choice can darken truth and cast a false light on conspiracy, can't it? I have a prescription I need to get from the doctor.
Sure.
Prescription.
After Lydia killed me on the battlefield and my body refused to die, I lived on in this form. I think it suits me, don't you? Unfortunately, it has become quite debilitating. A few sequences ago, I began to require regular blood infusion.
Where do you get the blood?
It's all ethically sourced. It's all ethically sourced from Doom Jazz and approved by the council. We know where he gets it from. That is a generous description.
Yeah.
Sure. They don't take blood from people to give to Sam. However, they do harvest it from the worshippers who are forced to do that.
Maybe it's just maybe this is the context that they didn't actually tell Sam how it is. They're just like, don't worry, Doom Jazz gets it ethically.
I'm just like, it's not ethically sourced.
Yeah.
It's not even remotely ethically sourced. He does know! God, I love this fucking game. Ethically sourced human blood.
From forced worship.
From forced worship.
Okay, yay!
This game rocks. Every citizen lets blood as part of their worship, and some of that comes my way. Helping the Syndicate is helping the gods, right? Please check with Doom Jazz. He'll corroborate my story.
So if you and Lydia want to get out of the Syndicate, what's the plan for sourcing blood?
There are a lot of blood banks out there, LD. I'm not going to start killing, am I?
Sure.
You didn't happen to break into a secure container and take a vial of council blood, did you?
That's not something I would do, is it? That's not an answer. Why would I need to do that?
It would be if you were trying to breach the Holy Seals.
Are you accusing me, LD?
We'll see. Well, the Bloodfire Neil Chiller has the letter K on the label, where the first name would be.
Fine, cannot hide.
Kafka Memory's blood sample is missing from Doom Jazz's clinic, and you are seen snooping in there as usual.
You accusing me?
Is there an accusation anywhere in there, LD?
I don't like this.
Do you know what the Holy Seals are?
They are a secret, aren't they? How would I know?
Got it.
One is a blood lock. Several days ago, that blood lock was opened by Kafka Memory.
I'm sure a council member had business in the council building, didn't they?
Montserrat decided that the council should only ever enter the penthouse as a group.
Is this a fact?
I think he used that blood sample to gain access to the penthouse.
Why would I do that?
Are you denying it?
Of course I am. I didn't know that the third seal was. I didn't know what the third seal was until just now, did I?
I never said it was the third seal.
Sammy boy!
Sammy boy!
You did, didn't you?
No, I was careful not to. Thanks, Sammy.
Oh, Sam.
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 Sammy boy. May you always live in shadow.
And may you reach the moon.
Yeah, like that was a difficult trick up. The one with Sammy, she didn't even need that. I don't even think she was trying to trick him. He just said that.
Yeah,
But
that's
man,
rough.
Sam.
That's rough.
Sammy boy.
Sammy boy.
He's beating the murder allegations.
Shout out to Sammy boy, who is not beating the involvement allegations.
Yeah.
Not beating the third seal allegations, I tell you what.
Yeah, like for my guess for what Lydia and Sam were up to, I don't think either of them actually straight up killed the Count, so I'm not including them among the suspects, but I do think that that Lydia and Sam were working together to breach the seals. For
Are you still on they carried the box in? Do you still think that's the case?
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
I'm realizing that I don't have any evidence that they carried the box in now.
Well,
Other than
they
the fact
breached
that
the seals.
they breached the seals and I have no fucking idea how else the box got in there, and Lydia has a fucking car.
Well, and the Kafka Memory's blood was specifically used like 2 days ago, like prior to the murder, which
Yeah.
is consistent with kind of what you've said. So I think you're making a reasonable conjecture. But yes, you're right that there's nothing tying them to that specifically. It's just a whole lot of circumstantial shit that's like it kind of only seems to make sense if that's the case. I imagine LD has some questions for Lydia.
Yeah. I don't remember where Lydia is.
She's kind of, if you just, like, walk in a straight line, basically, you'll get to her.
Fuck.
No, it's fine.
No, I was going to do a cooler jump.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have one more chance.
Shinji! I haven't seen
Shinji!
Shinji yet today!
Well, you found, like, most of him, I think.
Hey, man.
Don't you think it's a bit of a flaw?
What is?
Allowing a possessed citizen to stay on the island? You people are all about getting rid of demons. It's one of your main things. You never shut up about it.
It's a little convenient that a perfect weapon would be left on the island and not eliminated.
Good scapegoat as well.
You think that's what happened?
I really don't care, Love Dies. I'm just shooting the shit. See you around.
I miss him.
Wait. Oh no, I think that was a Marshall. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that was a Marshall.
I thought I saw another one because I was like
Yeah.
blue and yellow.
I also thought that was
Yeah.
another Shinji, but then I was like, no, that's not.
And I'm like, you wouldn't have missed that one, I imagine. Yeah, she's uppies. Are you trying to find the crystal that you're hearing? You have meditate. Oh, there it is! He's cracked, he's a genius.
I'm the smartest person in the world.
He's like a bloodhound.
Well, it's my own blood.
That's true.
Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
Hi.
I showed up just in time for wrong.
Hi. I'm almost done with this game.
What is this Japanifornia setting? If this has been covered before, I'm so sorry. My memory is so bad tonight. No, you pretty much got it. It was, Kaizen Gameworks did, like, base it on their trips to Japan. I would say Japanifornia is pretty apt.
It's a pocket
It's
dimension
paradise.
island called Paradise.
It's Paradise. This is the 24th one that they have made.
because the paradises
the
keep
Syndicate.
failing and not being paradises.
Yes.
They killed everyone here just a
This
bit
is a
ago.
perfect society except for the fact that people keep getting possessed by demons.
Like they kidnap people from the real world, bring them to the island, force them to worship gods that want to try to revive these gods so they can take over the planet again.
Yeah.
And when the islands fail, they slaughter all of them.
Yep. And this one it got fucked up 10 years ago because some guy named Henry, my best friend.
My best friend Henry got possessed by a demon because he was bored.
Yeah. And that like set the path for this one is no longer viable. Shout out to Slaughter. Shout out to Henry. Yeah, normal stuff, really.
Henry is my best friend in the whole wide
I
world.
fucking love Henry. Hi, Sissel.
I also was thinking earlier when I was driving home, like, what's the best case scenario for Henry? Like, he's gonna die.
Straight up, they are going to kill him.
They are going to execute him, like, regardless.
Yeah.
Like, regardless if he's the culprit, I don't think he's making it off of this island.
Yeah, only real person on this fucking island. True. But yeah, they super are gonna kill Henry no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just like, man.
So, you know,
I'm just like,
yeah. I think that a lot of things about this game present very interesting ethical questions, like even just the matter of like, you know, who you accuse for things, like, you know, you've been saying like you think Sam and Lydia are involved, but also that you don't really want them to go down for murder. And I think it is a very interesting question of what do you do when you decide who gets accused? You know, you point the finger at somebody. I think it's a very interesting ethical question. I think, like, yeah. There is no good ending for Citizens. This isn't a theme, not on purpose.
yeah.
Paradise Killer is my favorite apolitical video game. Right up there with Metal Gear Solid and When They Cry.
Do you know anything about the open grate on the council building?
Great.
A maintenance hatch. It's been cut open and something dragged through it.
Not sure why you'd think I'd know anything about that.
I think your knife was used to open the grate.
A knife?
I found your knife outside the penthouse.
What knife?
It's a combat knife that's engraved with the message from Sam.
I'm messing with you.
You found my knife? I've been looking for that for ages. It disappeared a while ago.
There's also I'm having that Lydia and Sam are way too slick with lying. They always have a very convenient excuse ready for me.
They do.
It's like
They're good at this.
It's disarming because I kept on having to deal with Yuri and Akiko, who are the worst liars in the universe. So I kept falling for them.
They
and I'm
good
just
cop,
like,
bad copped you.
Yeah,
Good killer, bad killer.
Literally good killer, bad killered me. Where like
Yeah.
Akiko and Yuri are the worst liars ever, and it disarmed me for Lydia and Sam, who are always have a very convenient excuse.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
they are trained assassins, and they are using it against me. Well, Sam's lies are he comes clean about his lies.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Which is also disarming. Because you're like, oh, I can trust him.
Yeah, like, he's slick about which things he comes, like, clean about later.
Mm-hmm.
And he's careful about how he does it. Like, he's like, okay, I did lie. I know that I was given something secret by... witness, but I didn't know what it was. I thought I was a little bit, like, nervous to tell you about it because it was suspicious. Like, that was a cover-up that he did for an obvious lie. But he had, like, the quick thing of, like, yeah, promise you won't be mad.
Yeah.
Like, the way how, like, when you immediately were like, what about the blood vial that's down there? And he's like, oh, that's my prescription.
Yeah.
Like, very quick on that.
Yeah.
Like, he was ready for that.
Yeah. Yeah, he has his story straight.
It's just like, man, off the record, why are you lying to me? I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of, like, it feels so stupid, but I feel kind of betrayed.
I think that's rational.
Like, they're my friends, and they're lying to my face.
Yeah, it sucks.
Disappeared.
Yeah, I couldn't find it one day. Like, it just up and vanished.
Do many of things vanish around here? Or was it just your knife that mysteriously vanished and appeared outside a crime scene?
Come on, LD.
You never lost something before?
Do you know why the blade is damaged?
Right on, LD.
Not much need for a combat blade on this island, so it just became a tool. Pop the cap off a beer bottle, tighten the axle nut on your car, you know. Can I have it back? It's sentimental.
I'm afraid not, Lydia. This is evidence. Been writing lyrics, Lydia?
Why?
What do you mean, LD?
Investigator is
I found these lyrics in a bottle.
Come on, LD.
No way. That's embarrassing. I should have known the tide around this island was junk.
Like, I know this is, like, unrelated to their actual murder, but it's just like, oh no, you found my cringe songwriting!
Yeah.
I assume they have some meaning.
Right on, LD.
Never ask a songwriter about their lyrics, LD. If you can't intuit the meaning, you weren't meant to know.
Lydia?
The lyrics were about wanting to get out of here and get off this island.
Lydia!
Uh,
Fuck, wrong button.
nicely done. What did you do? Oh.
Mysteries are
Meditating.
revealed. God, there's so much shit I haven't found.
Like a lot.
Oh, that's it.
Honestly, LD, I'd rather be accused of murder than know you found this. Oh my god, she's writing 2000s pop punk! Yeah, she has to get out of this town! The gold plate cries out for light.
What the fuck?
It's a puzzle.
Oh.
I thought that too, and it drove me crazy that that doesn't work.
What works then?
You have to go all the way up on top of... You see those apartment buildings?
Uh-huh.
You'd have to go all the way up there for it.
Okay.
I will tell you that what you get for this is like a blood crystal, maybe 2. So it's up to you.
I just think it would be fun.
You can do it. You can go up, Donchi. Everyone thinks this and tries forever. Oh no, yeah, Grace. I spent minutes trying to get the flashlight to work. I waited for
Sorry,
daytime.
everyone.
I waited for daytime to see if it just wanted the sun. The thing you're hearing might be on the next floor up.
I've not been on this building before.
You have not.
Newspaper with an article about a string of dismemberments within the apartments. They often happen during the height of summer. People living in cramped conditions give to dark desires.
Wow, this is kind of like
Oh!
dismemberments during a hot summer.
Ghosty!
Yeah. They started here, dragged through the building towards the ocean. But then where?
Who started here?
Did they go into the sewers? No, that doesn't make sense. Maybe straight into the ocean, but why?
What are you talking about?
They must have left some clue.
The investigator.
Clue to
is
what?
here.
Huh? Oh, I didn't see you. Step aside, please. I'm trying to find my neighbor.
Maybe I can help. I am an investigator.
Yes, maybe. But if they were dragged to the beach, where did they go from there? Somewhere out of sight, undercover, maybe?
To investigate this.
Maybe you should try to help them look for whatever it is. Whatever it is might be something covered on the beach. Anyways, back to my puzzle. I've spent very little time in the citizen apartments aside from the fact that I keep getting stuck in them.
Which is wild, because I feel like I was in the citizen apartments for fucking ever. I feel like most of my playthrough was spent in the citizen apartments. Partly because I kept getting stuck there and not being able to figure out how to leave. God, that blood animation kills me.
Yeah.
Oh, Crying George!
Crying George! Nearly killed by the Persian army at the Battle of Beyond Revenge, body was paraded across the country and displayed above the palace in Shatra Zero. The tears of the god fertilized the ground and the city became a sea of lilies. Syndicate members stole the god back and burned the city to the ground. The god has been moved from island to island ever since, guarded in a pyramid.
Nine, this is so just like that she has a catchphrase, which is, when love dies, that all that remains are the facts. I mean, this is literally an island murder mystery. This is literally, there's been a mass murder on this island. Did we consider the possibility that the council ate small bombs?
Music!
And just let him die, esque animation!
The Lemegaton bop. A dance under the gaze of demons. You can feel their eyes bulging from the concrete.
Oh, is it Let Me Get On?
Oh. Let them watch. Let them lust. Okay, how do I get the light on?
It may be on the other one, but
Okay.
there's a way to get across there, I think. Oh, I did Nebula. Oh yeah, there's a ladder.
Buy more drinks.
Buy more drinks.
Effacious chilies. Looks like someone was growing chilies up here.
The yellow goat. Oh, fuck.
Fucking hell.
You need a fucking... Wait, there was a pink door. It means you could go in. Alright, well, fuck me, I guess.
Not even a fucking...
God forbid I assume that I'm allowed to go into a building that has something fucking in it.
Yeah, find a fucking yellow goat. Wait, I think I found it.
Yeah. Shinji, my friend! I always think people without hobbies are natural murderers. If you have nothing to occupy the mind, it is natural to turn to murder. It's only natural. That's chilling, right? Scary. That guy next to you at work that doesn't have a hobby could cut you open.
I wonder how empty the mind is of someone that doesn't have a hobby.
Exactly, Love Dies. All that emptiness, thoughts get twisted. I need to go. Sadly, can't watch the VOD to catch everything. Love you both. I'm gonna go put my Italian son under rocks. Have fun!
Bye!
Godspeed, Grace. Thank you for hanging out.
I love
Happy
you.
International Women's Day. May you reach the moon.
May always live in shadow, or whatever it is I say the grace.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We should figure out what she says to Grace Bloodlet.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like, may you always live in shadow.
You're right. All that emptiness, thoughts gets twisted. Next thing you know, evisceration. Laters. Shinji, I love you.
Discarded pistachios. Good to crack open and focus while you're thinking about a problem.
I regret to inform you there's another one.
My life is nothing but endless pain.
Well, there's one. The crests will generally be like in the vicinity of their associated puzzles, so they're probably somewhere in the Danchi apartments. Hi, Cecil. You wanna come sit? Come sit. I gotta get you a new collar because you keep popping yours off. Come here.
Ooh, found him.
Got it? Oh, Shinji! Fuck everything else. Hello, my best friend Shinji. Are you glad to be back, Loved Eyes? An investigation and all investigations. The biggest crime of all. I envy you. I'd love a purpose, a noble cause, a vocation.
I was born to investigate.
There you go. That's the spirit. A bit of enthusiasm. A hobby, even. Yeah. I'm expecting big things from you, Loved Eyes.
Man, I'm gonna miss Shinji.
He rocks.
Can we bring him to the next island, please?
He'll be cool.
He's literally cool. I
Can
promise.
we bring him to the next island if he promises to be cool?
There's something on the beach. There's something on the bitch.
Oh yeah, related to that ghost?
Fuck.
Well, it's not there.
Fortunately.
Yeah, I don't remember where that gets found. I can probably look it up if you want.
Fuck.
Are you winning, son?
Keep hitting meditate. Found it.
Oh,
A severed
cool.
arm.
This was someone's arm. Horrific. That was a left arm by the looks of it.
Yeah? Hey, wasn't that, in Higurashi?
That's what I was thinking. Was it the left one or the right one?
It was the left one, I think.
Was it the left one? Well,
This is connected to.
I'll allow it because he looks polite while he's nakedly flipping several birds at once. Yeah, exactly.
What is this fucking...
That goes to where you first were in the game.
Okay.
You like already did that one, I
Okay,
think, quite early.
thank God. Oh, right now I
Because yeah, when
remember.
you traveled back, you had to like get open to the gate thing, fence. You know, you understand.
I remember now. There's a thingy.
There is a thingy. You have basically no use for blood crystals at this juncture. Who more do you have to talk to? Well, I just mean like if you check your AR vision, is there anyone who has anything to say to you? Control, I think. Is it? Oh, I guess Akiko and Henry might have.
That's about the... I think I'm almost entirely certain that that's about, like, oh, did you experience the blackout last night?
Probably. Yeah.
Like, I can go talk to them about it, but, like,
Yeah, up to you.
it's not necessary.
I feel like you kind of know at this point what's going on with Akiko and Henry. Hi, Cecil. What? What, baby? Excellent work.
I'm gonna give that severed arm back to that ghost.
Nice.
Like, hey, so bad news about your neighbor.
Yeah.
Which problem was that?
They should be on your AR now.
Oh yeah. Okay, up there,
Yeah.
uppies.
Uppies. Uppies, but not too uppies. Just a little uppies.
Okay, next one.
Wahoo!
Got it.
I found this under the pier.
What? Wait, is that? It is. Finally, I have proof that my neighbor was murdered. Thank God Justice Marshals weren't interested in helping me. They said it was an accident, but I knew it was murder. I guess I'll never know who did it. I suppose it doesn't really matter now, does it? It's not justice, but at least I have some peace now. Please take these. Do not let citizen murders go uninvestigated.
Help the murdered ghost. Well, she wasn't murdered. Well, she was
Well,
murdered.
Yeah, ultimately.
All of them were murdered, but like,
Yeah. So...
Shinji!
Oh, fuck. We're at kind of like a weird spot in the night where we kind of have the option to either call it a little bit early or push it a little bit long if you want to do some trial. How many dead bodies? Hey, have you seen a dead body?
I don't like this.
Enough to last a lifetime.
That must be a lot since you're immortal.
Sure.
A lot has happened on these islands.
Really wicked shit, I bet. Would love to have seen it.
I don't want Shinji to go away. Please, can I please bring him? Can you can
Judge,
think of him
can
as
we keep him?
Yeah. Oh,
I'll keep him in a box under my bed. Mm-hmm. He'll be so polite.
time is meaningless on the islands, but citizens cling to these old signifiers from their old lives for comfort.
I suppose there's also the third option if you can wander around until 11 and then we can trial next week. Genuinely up to you what you want to do. I could go for a bit longer. We can do like some trial but not the full thing and just have kind of a either short or mixed stream next week. Or just a shortish stream with a lengthy debrief. We can.
How do I get out of the apartment?
Well, it's hard to direct when you are turning and moving all the time. Okay.
I'm going to go to the big...
Yeah, find like a nice open space where I can kind of... I think you're gonna want to turn left out of here.
Hello, Mr. Silent Goat.
Because I think it's like to the right of here. I said to the right. And you turned left. Yeah, because it's going to be generally up in the direction of like Sam and One Last Kiss. Because they're up by the Syndicate.
Oh, I'll do my one last questioning of Akiko and she tells me to fuck off and kill myself.
She does do that.
Then I go, lol, you wish.
Smuggles him in under her coat.
Like, this one's, he's literally chill.
He's literally chill.
Come on, he's literally chill.
He'll be so cool about it, guys. You don't even know. It's, the architecture is anti-demon, so we can't get in, like, the buildings or anything. So it's fine.
If Carmelina can put demons in the concrete, then I should be allowed to keep my gay best demon friend. Uh-oh. Oh, speedrun strat.
Yeah, do it. Watch it put you back on the island.
Cry. Woo! Hey, Worsty.
Hey, Worsty.
Oh, multiple things.
A couple. Oh, yeah, because I guess we have the Grace Bloodlines shit to kind of...
Why did you confiscate the photo of Grace Bloodline's neck from Doom Jazz after the examination?
She was murdered by someone possessed by a demon. Anything related to demonic possession is classified.
Is that standard procedure or just for evidence that doesn't tie into the official story?
Get her ass. Standard procedure. You think you're really smart and clever with your snide insinuations, but you're not. You're wrong.
Lol. When you found Henry, did you see a bloody bottle lying around?
Despreche voreshti. What bottle? There wasn't any bottle. Why are you wasting time?
Again, she is the worst liar in the world.
Yeah.
There wasn't a fucking bottle. What are you talking
You're
about?
crazy.
Paradise field.
You saw nothing to suggest the blood in Henry's stomach had been administered artificially.
Are the flowers that appear when you talk to Akiko the ones that smell like corpses? Ooh, I don't know.
Like where?
There is when you first speak to a character, they get shown on a background. It's in the menu. We'll see it.
Okay.
Those are not corpse flowers.
Yeah, I don't think. I do not believe so.
They are something else. I don't know.
Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst?
No, I didn't, Norochito.
Hey Henry, guess what? You have a brother, and he did kill the council.
It was your evil half twin, weirdly enough.
You have. I wish I could just tell him exactly what I think my murder theories are. I wish I could just give him a play-by-play just for the funsies.
Yeah, I think that would be beautiful. All right, well, you've I think got your shit together as much as is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Is Starlight like fully empty of leads now?
Yup.
Yeah.
Carmelina.
Yeah, so it's up to you if you want to do some trial tonight. We can run a bit long for that since we started a bit late anyway, or if you want to like call it a little bit early for doing just like full trial next week. It's really up to you what you're rocking with. I could go either way.
I think I'll do it tonight.
A little bit. I don't think we'll be able to get through the whole... We certainly won't be able to finish the game tonight unless we were to go till, like, 1.
Oh, okay.
Just
Maybe
because
not.
the trial is a bit protracted, in my opinion. And...
Oh, is it because I need to find culprits for all of the different crimes?
Yes, there's, like, a bunch of different... They'll run through each of the crimes. You have to accuse culprits of all of them. There's some kind of back and forth about it. And it's also, the game does not immediately end at the end of the trial. There is some stuff after it, too. Mm-hmm. It's not super long, but it is, like, I would want us to have, like, breathing room for that. So I don't think we will finish the game tonight. So, up to you if you want to just, like, wander around doing more puzzles for a bit, if you want to call it here, if you want to do a trial as a treat, to get, like, a taste of it. And then finish. They'll give you like routine save points, but yeah, up to you. You're just clearing out your evidence notifications. Henry, you're 25 years behind on birthday gifts.
Henry, you think you've suffered more than everyone in the world? I have some great news for you. You've suffered the second most out of anyone in this world. The first place belongs to your half-brother, who was locked in a concrete room for all 25 years of his life.
Yeah. Good news, you have a little brother. Bad news, he suffered more than Christ and then killed himself in front of me. So...
You thought your life was shit because you're a citizen whose parent was a secret council member? Well, guess what happens when your parent is a council member and also a syndicate member?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I won't do the thing, but I'm gonna go through my different thoughts.
Yeah, we can do a
Let's stop.
debrief.
Okay.
Put together your holistic theory now that we've got all the evidence.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in various order.
Okay.
KHX is missing.
Mhm.
I think it was Yuri.
Okay.
Just because Yuri wanted that information, and he's a lot sloppier and was not in on it like Witness and Crimson was. Crimson was getting that information like normal style. Yuri was trying to get it by force, and I think he ended up killing KHX in a scuffle for that information, or that key, while Crimson Acid got a duplicate of the key.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't fucking need to kill
Yeah.
KHX. Like,
Compelling.
even though she has the most like evidence stacked against her, I don't think she did it. She doesn't. That seems like that's too much drama for what she would want.
Yeah, and I mean, like, as we've kind of said too, like, all the evidence really just puts that she's been to, like, most of that evidence is just that she's been to KHX's hut, which she freely admits she was fucking him.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's pretty circumstantial in the case of murder when it's like a lot of that really proves is that she was there.
Like, meanwhile, Yuri, he's been freaking out because his gaudy, stupid, fucking awful ring went missing in that scuffle, and he was
Yeah.
like, he shut down those boat rides
Yeah.
long before that stuff because he. Sorry. He was fucking paranoid, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Akiko did not do anything. I just love it that they give you
Yeah.
one piece of evidence against her just for the funsies, even though
Yeah.
it literally is meaningless.
Just for shits and giggles.
Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals, the quote-unquote Holy Seal Marshals? It was fucking Akiko.
Mm.
She brought out those prisoners who had been locked in a room and shitting and pissing themselves for like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then she killed them. She dressed them up and then killed them. Well, her regular boys are probably safe back in the barracks, and she's hoping, like, oh, I won't have to kill my marshals.
Mm-hmm. One of whom was the one that she was accused
Fucking.
of being in love with, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Second Holy Seal. I don't know how if I'm allowed to accuse multiple people, but, like, I have evidence that he made it through. I have evidence that she made it through.
Mm-hmm.
Mindus didn't do anything himself. He just orchestrated shit.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's demonic possession is something I'm still, like, I don't know about because, like, Yuri gave him the books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he did that under orders from Carmelina or not.
Mm.
Because, like,
I think, though, regardless of any orders he was under, it seems like he was the one who, like, physically gave him the book and encouraged him.
Yeah, like, he was the one who was he supplied Henry with the books.
Mm.
Over the week, there was a point I was talking to Josh about my theories, and I came to, like, I keep on saying that Yuri gave him the books, but I didn't really ever think of the fact that, like, he fucking works for Carmelina. She could have told him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Henry's escape. Akiko did that.
Mm.
She came up with the worst possible timeline for the murder.
Yeah.
The murder of Grace, of ass bloodlines. Carmelina.
Mm.
Carmelina, my man, my lady.
Mm-hmm. Dubious collaboration or involvement with Akiko, but it seems like Carmelina was the one who actually
Carmelina is the one who actually did it. I don't know why she did it when she was specifically like, leave her alone with him. I don't know if whether she was expecting Henry to kill Grace, but it didn't work.
Mm.
Or she, and then was like, no, I want my excuse to be able to do this shit. I'll take her out myself.
Oh.
It was just like, Akiko, you tell fucking no one about this.
Mm.
I don't know why Akiko would have gone along with that, though. Because, again, I don't know why Akiko would collaborate with that, but...
Well, there was the thing where Akiko wants marshals involved in exorcisms, and that would make exorcisms look dangerous.
Yeah, true.
I think she wanted... Part of the reason she wants marshals involved in exorcisms, I believe, is so that marshals will be made syndicate and therefore brought from island to island.
Mm-hmm.
And so... I that's one possibility.
My mom is texting me.
Condolences.
Okay. But yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Who breached the fourth holy seal? Both, like, the day breaks. Also, this motherfucker. Nonigate, and then who opened the third holy seal? The day breaks. Also Yuri. He I think he got through that also. I don't know how he would have gotten through that actually, now that I think about it.
Which one?
The third holy seal.
The council blood one. Yeah, that is curious. Because we don't have any, like, additional evidence for him specifically. Wonder what that could mean.
Okay. If they're trying to frame Yuri, that's the worst fucking frame job I've ever
It's
seen.
a pretty shitty frame job.
Why would you frame Yuri when you're already framing? Oh, Carmelina wants it. Carmelina, this is all about a conspiracy so Carmelina can get rid of his stupid ass. Framing him for the murder of the century, and then it was like, oh, we're framing Henry?
Sure.
Well, Henry did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I don't think Daino Nigate would have left those flowers, though. I don't think he's ever seen flowers before in his life.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yuri hasn't done anything other than kill a KHX in my mind, but, like, I think he got to all of the stuff a bit too late.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the blood seal was already open, wasn't it?
Well, I think you still need it to, like... I don't
did
think
we
it's like
need
a
it?
one-time thing.
Yeah, but did we need it to go through? Did we have blood? I don't think we had blood.
I don't remember how that worked. But it's not something that, like, opens permanently.
Mm-hmm.
It's everyone who went through the door for the murder would need to have done it. That one might also have been busted.
Yeah, I think that one was broken.
Yeah, I think that and the Godflesh seal were both just busted, or something to that effect.
Okay, but yeah, third holy seal.
Or no, did we use we got blood from Aiz Kiwame's grave. Did we use that?
I don't remember. Maybe.
I think we might have done that.
Yeah, something like that. Mystery of the Killer Demon, Witness.
Syndicate labor protections are really good, so Carmelina had to figure something out. Yeah. Couldn't just fire Yuri, had to frame him for murder.
Yeah. And then the crime to end all crimes. I think it's gonna be Carmelina. Well, Daino Nigate.
Daino Nigate by way, or Carmelina by way of Daino Nigate.
And
Do you think it's more him than the killer demon?
yes, and I think this is partially just due to the fact that I know that you, for your low percent run, you needed to get that bunker, so I'm just like,
So, okay, here's what I'll say. My low percent run was to get to the bunker. It was not a real low percent run. I did not complete the game for that run. Do not take that into account. My low percent was to see if you can get into the bunker without doing shit all else. I did not go to trial after that. That was not actually a complete run of the game. I just wanted to see how fast you could get into the bunker because I thought it was funny. Because it's super late game. So for real, disregard that. I just called it a low percent because I couldn't call it what I wanted to, which was Italian percent. Because then that would ruin for you that there was a secret Italian.
you could have just said pile bunker percent. I knew about the pile bunker at that point.
Yeah, but that would have perchance revealed that it was more significant than you knew at the time.
As soon as I got the pile bunker, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the biggest secret ever behind this.
I just didn't want to hand you that. It was a low percent to get to the bunker. That was just that was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. Either Dainonigate or it's the dead killer demon. I
think I also did that because I posted it. I didn't just say it verbally to you. I posted it online in public, so I didn't want to say anything remotely spoilery. I wanted to say something that was exactly specific enough that Grace would know what I was talking about and nobody else.
But yeah. Dainonigate and Dead Killer Demon, they got double murder conspiracy.
2 of them.
The last thing Monster had said before getting murdered was 2 of them!
I mean, I think you've got like a pretty cohesive theory put together. The only thing I would press you on is how did Yuri get through the 3rd seal? And the 4th one, for that matter, unless you believe it was broken at the time.
I think the 4th seal was already broken. Well, that's our last thing that we do. Let's go back to
I guess
the
we can
crime
go
scene.
there, yeah.
And it's like, back to the crime scene. Okay, where the fuck is... I don't have any...
Probably council building. Or lobby. One of the 2. You can get in either way.
I could have just taken the gay little teleporty thingy. But it wasn't weird.
I suppose, yeah. Yeah, you can go through kind of either way. Corridor is probably faster?
Buppy.
What are you attempting to do?
Buppy.
I think that's a lion.
Buppy.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. I like the implication that it wasn't getting out of hand whenever... I don't know, the first one showed up.
I like the music here.
It's nice.
I love how much effort we had, effort people put into getting through the 2nd Holy Seal and all that bullshit. And then the 3rd and 4th Holy Seals are just like, blood,
Yeah.
flinch. Sorry, I just wanted to hop around a bit.
Understandable.
Cecil, come here. Baby, come here.
There's room.
A bloodlock was supposed to be secure.
He keeps pawing at my leg like he wants to get up and then
The door
not.
is just open
Okay.
for him ever.
I feel like either we opened that. Can you like examine the lock?
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Oh. I feel like we might have used the blood lock. I would have to roll back the tapes. You good?
Yeah, I'm just rubbing my eyes a little bit. Thonking, staring at screens for a while.
Yeah.
I think the council is a little bit stupid for keeping all these weird locked boxes in here. You guys kind of just set yourself up to someone putting something evil in one of your things.
I also think that they set themselves up for being murdered when they were like turbo evil and kidnapped thousands upon thousands of people.
Yeah, but their
For their
deaths were
paradise.
unrelated to this.
It is weirdly unrelated to them getting turbo murdered, but I do feel like at that point.
Theory for how Yuri got through the bloodlock. He knocked on the door and someone opened it. Then when he got to open the door for him, it was like, well, you're not part of my mission, so I'm just gonna ignore you. You seem useless.
I think it's more likely that the Italians stumble across the demon murdering than them opening a mysterious box in the middle of getting murdered. That's fair. But they didn't open the box.
The box opened itself.
Yeah,
the
the
demon
box-
broke out.
Yes. Somebody, I believe at some point we pieced together that a signal was sent to the box that opened it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, witness sent a signal to the box that opened it.
Mm-hmm. That's when he was scrolling TikTok for a few minutes at midnight. God, do you think they have TikTok on the islands? Instagram Reels. Well, citizens get Instagram Reels. Syndicate get TikTok.
No, I don't think they got any of that shit.
Sissel, what are you doing?
Citizens got YouTube Shorts. That's yeah. I wish I was as good at identifying the gods as Grace is.
Oh, this is Silent Goat.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, it's Damned Harmony.
This one's Venus de Milo.
Yeah, Damned Harmony's that one.
I hate how Damned Harmony is wearing a button up.
That's wretched. Love Dies, you got betrayed by someone in a button up? Not betrayed, deceived. I'm sorry. I really like that shader on the statues. It's pretty.
Oh, they got different ones.
Yeah.
Since it's like a... whatever this is.
Well, it may be the same shader on just wildly different geometry.
No, but this one has like has like a moving us around effect. This one's just kind of like this.
Oh, yeah. That's
Like, it's probably the
weird.
different... it's the same texture, but with like a different type of shader applied. Like a different
Sissel,
effect.
can you stop biting me? The innate bisexual weakness for a GNC baddie in a button-up. I suppose it is gender non-conforming to have tentacles instead of a head. I suppose that doesn't conform to gender.
Yeah. Like, yes, I know I can't accuse Yuri in court very easily, but I know that he got through the second seal at the very least. I don't know how I got through the third seal. I straight up do not know.
Your god is GNCAF.
Is there an evidence that that exists that I have missed, but just
As far as physical evidence, you haven't.
Okay.
There may be a connection that you haven't made, or a thing that you haven't, like, specifically pieced together about that. I will say, like, some stuff will just come together in trial as well.
Oh,
like, I didn't have stuff 100% figured out before I went to trial, and by the time I was done, I understood everything.
Carmelina, I'm making use of your fast travel. Let me in.
Can't.
Let me break into your house.
Can't. Does it wait for you to try a couple times before she says it won't let me in?
No,
okay.
I was just smashing my face into it for funsies.
Oh, okay. I heard vague keyboard noises. I wasn't sure if you were hitting buttons. What, Sissel?
BB.
Yeah, I don't think Doom Jazz has done anything wrong today.
I was gonna say, you're gonna go on the record as having said that?
Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, there really doesn't seem to be anything concrete that we can like pin on him. It's like he's done shit, but nothing that we're being asked about. Court, baby.
They don't rotate.
Oh my god, Judge doesn't rotate.
They're quite literally transfixed to that.
Oh, yeah, they are, like, physically attached to the island. I do remember something being said about that. Judge, one of your wires is out. Judge, one of your wires came out. Is that okay?
Judge's Gucci is out.
That's true.
I wish there was a save point in here so I could, save.
There's one
here.
immediately outside the building, Adrian.
Yeah, but I wanted to end it dramatically, facing Judge.
Well... I'm sorry, it's not that immediate. It is the one that's down the ramp a little bit.
Guess I'll unlock fast travel.
You don't
here.
have to unlock fast travel to save.
I know.
Saving is free.
Symbols of justice, Starlight can obtain. Justice, 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 justice. That was worth it.
Yeah.
Judge wrote this.
Judge wrote this. God. Well... That was, like, pretty well timed, honestly, ultimately. We got kind of the last bits of evidence, last bits of testimony, and they all kind of, like... I feel like when I had found all the evidence, I had, like, a shit ton of talking to people left to do. Like, I feel like you really timed your hangouts well, you timed your... Like, you balanced your evidence and testimony really nicely so that they kind of wrapped up around a similar time. You conveniently missed Daronegate many
Until
times.
the very end.
Despite my best efforts.
State of my theories would have ended up so different if I found that little fucker earlier.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Because you got the Pile Bunker gauntlets, like, decently early?
I got it, like, midpoint.
Midpoint, yeah, but that's, like, for this game, a little bit early. But yeah. So, you got him last up, and there's people who finish this game and don't know about him because they just like never found him. Granted, there's people who probably finish this game with like a quarter of the evidence gathered because they will let you go anytime, which is beautiful. Like the 10-minute just accuse Henry of everything speed run. But yeah. What a well-timed playthrough. I feel like we ended at like just around regular stream end time for a beautiful... We can just do trial shit next week and post-trial shit, and I guess depending on the timing you can decide if you want to like experiment with the trial or just run it once and send it.
I'll see. I'll see if I can I'll see if I can put Yuri to the death.
Yeah, I mean, like, that, my experience with it kind of was I thought I was going to only do the trial. Well, I think I was expecting to maybe do it a couple times, depending on how it played out. But I definitely was, like, I got to the end of my first trial, and I think I, like, wasn't completely satisfied with, like, what I'd done, so I was like, can I go back and, like, mess with stuff and try to get a different outcome? And I was interested in what I was... Yeah.
I was like, the two biggest things are, do you accuse Witness or do you accuse Carmelina?
Or is there a way to bring them both down?
There might. I believe that. It was just like, who do I think is the true...
Who's the guiltier party?
Yeah, who is the guiltier party?
Can I just say, I love that they're divorced, but they're so in sync that they came up with their murder conspiracies on the same day to execute at the same time. Like, that's profound. That's some real Twin Flames shit. I think it's good that they got a divorce. I don't think they would be good together anymore. But I'm like, that's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
There's something poetic about that. They would divorce each other in any universe. It's like that type of shit to me.
Poetic.
Divorce prevails.
When love
Oh
dies.
yeah, we found out tonight that Witness to the End has been divorced twice. Because he had a wife back in the real world. And then I'm catching 9 up on the important divorce lore.
Important,
Witness to the End has been divorced twice. He had a wife back in the real world, but she wasn't like devout enough, and so he left her.
And so she chased him around the chaos, the shifting oubliettes of the chaos palace
Yes.
with a knife until someone got him out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, as happens often when you get a divorce.
My ex-wife still misses me, but
But
her aim
aim's
is
getting
getting better.
And then, yeah, at some point, Witness and Carmelina were married, but then they got a divorce because Carmelina wasn't, like, devout enough. So Witness has been divorced twice, which I just think is so beautiful.
Or he divorced twice.
Yes. I mean, has been divorced in the general sense of
I do
the word,
love it
not
how
that
he
he's
is like, I understand why me and my first wife got divorced. I completely understand it. She did try to kill me later though.
Yeah, but he seems kind of over it.
Yeah, he's just like, I get it.
Yeah, it happens. Who among us? And then, yeah. So we have 2 known Witness divorces. That's the Lemigeddon bot.
The Lemiganon. The Legamaton.
Leg Baton, yeah. I love the music in this game so much. But yeah, we've had a big night. Huge night. Secret Italian in the rocks. Let me get on the Witness divorce list. Marrying Witness just to divorce him. He just gets divorces recreationally. He needs to do at least one per island. Just for
Yeah, he's the
funsies.
witness. He's witnessing the ends.
Yeah, exactly. God, that's so beautiful.
I'm also just like, I was having thonks at the end with Carmelina's final hangout, and I'm thinking about it again.
What was her final hangout?
When she gave us the blood dancer eye that had just the scripture of blood dancer, and she was like, we all have to make sacrifices for a good of of our goals, even from small things to larger things.
She sure did say that, huh?
She straight up said that, and like when I got that, it was before Dainonigate, and like you could hear me tilting my head in thought.
Oh, yeah, it's like, well, that seems a little. That could mean nothing. Hi, Sissel. That's not a very good path into my lap. Come here. Come around this side.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry
Huge
for lagging
night
on.
for so many things. And yeah, we will return next week to fucking trial. We'll send it. We'll see what we can. I'll be curious to see how your trial goes and what you end up. I mean, I have a general sense of like what you're gonna end up going with, but when presented with the actual structure of the trial, I'll be curious to see how that pans out for you. But yeah, looking forward to that, and that'll be our finale next week. There's no way we take more than one stream for the fucking trial. It's like, it's a little bit long, but it's not that long. If we run short, I'll have something that I've come up with. If it's like super short, I'll figure out something else that we can like do just for the night. Because we're not starting Umineko next week.
No.
We'll do it the following week. I'm just like, we need to
2
get
weeks from now, we will be starting episode 5 of
Yeah.
Umineko no Neko Koto ni.
Yeah, we'll be in the answer arcs.
The Grink will be there.
The Grink will be there. The Grink will be there.
Whether
I
you
can't
want her
wait
to be or not, she will be there.
I can't wait to enter the fucking Torment Nexus again. I've been torn asunder by my 6 rewatch. It's been destroying me. It's been killing me. So I can't wait to re-experience all that live on the air. But yeah, we'll finish up Paradise Killer next week and either do just like a post Paradise Killer debrief or find something else fun to do depending on the amount of time we have left. A second Joker for women has hit the Umineko. God.
Who is the first Joker for women?
I would assume Beatrice.
Yeah, probably.
I would imagine. Ava kinda, yeah.
Avatrice!
Avatrice is the Joker for women, yeah. Yeah, no, that checks out. Avatrice absolutely is the Joker for women. But yeah, so we'll wrap Paradise Killer next week, and then we'll jump into the Answer Arcs of Umineko, which will be so fun. Mm-hmm. I've definitely said before, we're doing like breaks between. We'll get through like Umineko episode 5, and then we will play a different game for a few weeks. Do something like this where I'm aiming for stuff that'll be like between 4 and 6 streams long. Paradise Killer is even like on the longer end of what I would have gone with.
Yeah,
we'll see.
we thought it was going to be shorter.
Yeah, well, it's
and then
just
I fucked around.
Well, yeah, and like voice acting makes stuff longer. That's just how it goes. But yeah, so we'll do other stuff. I have some like ideas brewing. We'll probably do like Zero Time Dilemma spoiler streams for one of them. Redacted Joker for women and homophobic version. Exactly. But yeah, we'll probably Zero Time Dilemma spoiler streams. I've been like maybe saving Emio the Smiling Man for something like that if we want to.
Fun.
If we want to take a break from Umineko and play something also scary. Because I found out that that's like 10 to 14 hours, so that would be pretty reasonable for us to spend.
I don't think it's a horror game. I think it just might have some scary tones to it.
It's scary murders. It's a murder mystery. It's like horror adjacent. Mystery VN. It's horror in the way that Mystery VNs are horror. So we might do something like that. I don't know. I've been kicking around some ideas for what we want to do, and it'll depend wildly upon our mood and, in the case of ZTD, scheduling with Grace. But yeah, we'll rock and roll with our plans. But yeah, Paradise Killer next week, and after that, Umineko.
We're going to kill this paradise next week.
We're gonna kill this paradise. Creepy or wet VN version, scary or murder.
Oh, I'm gonna miss Shinji so much.
Yeah. Shinji is my friend.
Shinji is my best friend in the whole wide world. We can't... Come on, Judge, please.
Come on, Judge, can we keep him?
Please.
Come on, he'll be so cool.
He's
He'll be
literally
cool.
chill.
He won't cause a demonic invasion.
He's just a little guy.
He's Judge, he's just a little guy.
Come on, he's just a
Come
little
on,
guy.
Judge, look at him. He's like just a little guy. And he seems very polite.
Naked and flipping off everyone.
Yeah. Gonna be thinking about that. Well, thank you all for joining us for a beautiful... I promise I'll walk him every day. Thank you everyone for joining us for this wonderful Paradise Killer stream. I look forward to seeing how we end this out after all this wonderful investigation freak behavior. I look forward to hanging out with y'all again next week, and until then, my friends, have a good one, guys. Happy International Women's Day. See you again. And may you
reach the moon.
And may you always walk in shadow or whatever.
And may you crank it thrice.
And may you crank it thrice. Adrian, you have to... Thank you. May you crank it thrice. Dog.